200 gold.
200 gold there. All right. So are you guys how are you guys really injured? Are you feeling you need some boo-boos, a little cure there? Do you got a little monsters on your tail? I can go and take care of that. I got a couple of things that'd be nice and dandy, but what would you like? What are you looking for exactly?
Well, anything that can definitely cure a boo-boo. The monsters on our tail, though, however, we've taken care of, as far as I can tell, and I'm going to look back, make sure. Anything, Anthony?
Well,
make perception check.
I think I'm the only one with a tail, and I double check it real quick, concerned.
And I'll go. Am I the needle hair guy? Is that me?
yeah, it's you.
That's me. Oh.
9 perception.
You see a purple tail just
Oh, shit.
flip by your face. Look around. Oh, it's Remus.
Oh, okay, good.
Don't make me cook that up in the stew. All right, hang on there, Marcy. Let me go and put you down for a second. Let me help these guys. All right. So here's a little something for you guys. I got a couple of things. I got a little healing potion, a little greater healing potion. If you go and you rub the healing potion and you say nice things to it, maybe it might even heal you a little more. I don't know, but let me tell you this. The healing potion's gonna, it's consumable, you know, you take it like a couple of brewskis, I guess, and that's that. So I'll give you that for 50, or we can do an even greater healing one for 150. And if you say something nice to my wife there, yeah, how about that?
I'm sorry, which one is your wife?
You do not insult the diva.
Oh.
I may ride her, but she helps, okay?
Gotcha. Well,
Okay.
wife, cockadoodle, whatever your name is. Nice to meet you.
She's good to happy to see you too, Milton. So go and let's. Would you like any of these things? What would you like here?
Yeah, I'll take a couple of the regular healing potions.
Couple of healing potions. They're for 50. How many are you throwing me? How much? How many?
I'll give you 2.
2? All right. There we go. 50. Ka-ching.
Sweet.
I'm into it. Look at that. We got a deal. What do you say, boys? Over there?
Azos gonna lean over to Remus and go, I know what I'm not ever going to wild shape into.
I don't know. It might be the ultimate disguise.
So, Finks, Remus,
Yes.
Azov.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Finks is kind of discreetly detecting magic on the entire caravan, ritual style.
Okay.
So I'll be a minute. I'm not really interacting.
Make a stealth check as you do.
That is a third natural 20. I'm doing good.
Those dice are they're gonna wear out on you at some point, and I can't wait.
I'm wasting all my checks.
I know.
So
It's great.
It's okay.
I guess the one didn't kill us. I guess that one wasn't a waste.
Yep.
So 26 total.
26.
Damn.
I might have a nice little magic spell for Mr. Tattered over there that I sold the potions to.
With 26. As you Finks, you see Mark, not Mark, you see Rockdoodle as you're busy conversing with this cloaked human, exchanging of money. Finks, you slink off, being a little stealthy goblin. Slip behind a few of the larger wheeled carriages up more towards the middle, ducking under the smaller ones, more set for possibly halflings or gnomes. You sneak up between a few of the humans that are outside checking and calming the horses, and you hear them talking about, Stanmir, please, Lord, he is expecting us on time. We cannot hold here for but a few hours to let them rest and water up. He goes, hush, Alec. We apparently have visitors. They may be of greater use to us with the giants following. We just quickly evaded them last time. Perhaps they could be used as bait. We can get away. And they begin talking often. Well, all we have to make it to is the forest, and the mist will take care of the rest. Then we'll be fine. We'll be home soon. And they start talking off on journeying and wanting to get past the desert. Detecting magic, you see there are a few magical items on the. Actually, make another stealth check.
Sure. 14.
14. Okay. You being stealthy enough to go unnoticed, cast detect magic hidden underneath one of the carriages, and as you do, you see a little poof of light come from your hands. You quickly cup it down as you see the magic kind of glossing over your hands in the ritual, and you see the energy imbuing in you. And as you look around, you see there are faint enchantments and runes underneath the carriages and on the wheels. You also notice the potion bottles on the humans that were talking. They're by their sides. They glow with the faint red hue.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna kind of roll back out, and I want to inquire about these wheels.
Who are you inquiring about?
I'll talk to Rockadoodle.
All right, walk over to Rockadoodle. You see this little gray-skinned goblin come walking up to you. In what armor are you wearing now?
He's in like some leather armor right now, I think.
Some leather armor.
He's a shaman cleric type character. He's got a lot of weird effigies, skulls, trinkets, weird stuff he likes to collect. And then kind of his identifying features, he's got a giant mushroom for a hat that's kind of fused to his head. It does not come off.
Walks up to you.
Excuse me, Mr. Birdman.
Yeah, what's up there, Mushhead? What's your name there?
Finks.
All right, Finny. So what I'm gonna do? What would you like to know out of me? Would you like some things?
I noticed the wheels on your caravan. They're very, very shiny. How do they work? What do they do?
Make a history. Make a
Start
history
touching
check, Rockadoodle.
What? Make a what? Sorry.
History check.
History check.
Remus is
It's a
now
6
listening,
there.
very intrigued.
That was a 6. So I don't know too much about that. I'm just following these bunch of jokers here. Just going with the breeze and going on the trail. If they want some things from me, I get some things from me, and I get some things from them.
Well, do you have any spare wheels? I'd like to buy one of them. Just one.
I don't have any wheels, but what I do have though is I do have a scroll of inflict wounds. Now I know that you guys are traveling around. You might need some of that stuff. I'm gonna say this: if you say the magic words on it, and you got to repeat with me, the magic words on the scroll, you'll do so much damage to these goons that you'll be all good. And the magic words are www.ichibangamesofficial.com. You got that? It's good. All right. Would you like one of those? I don't got any wheels, but I got deals.
Sorry, did you say that was itchybuns.com? I missed that part.
Ichiban.
Oh, Ichiban. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's in the corner.
Yeah, it's a good read.
You look over and you see that there is this red scroll with white scripture on it that you are unable to read. Howard, you looking down at it, you see it's written in Infernal, and it really just says pain, 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 and so on and so on.
I'm actually kind of quite curious. How much are you trying to sell that for?
Well, let's see what we got here. I'll tell you what. I got it for 120, but since you bought some things from me, these other, Winnie or whatever his name is, he was just talking to me. He didn't go and buy anything from me. You bought some things from me. I'll do it for you for 100, but you got to kiss my wife.
I'm sorry.
Make-
I gotta what?
Make a persuasion check. Rockadoodle.
Do I have to roll against this too? Or?
I mean, he was pretty clear.
That'd be
He
a
was.
12 there.
Okay. 10.
I mean, if you want a deal, maybe.
Huh. Kiss your wife and 100 gold for that spell. On the beak or on the side or?
Here, she'll go on the cheek.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
And I'm gonna grab the
Fooled
head of
you.
the.
There it is.
Yeah. And I'm gonna kiss the beak, but then I'm gonna kind of like bring her head in closer and be like, "Yellow King be with you," and like go.
So the wife is my steed. That's all I gotta say. You yeah. All right.
I'll say
I love the
with the
kisses.
whisper, there's a back away, and there's a moment, Rockadoodle, that you have to hold. Whoa! You have to calm her down.
there. Calm down. I know you're as excited.
Sorry, Rockabilly. I have that effect on women sometimes. So
That's the way it is.
but I appreciate this. I appreciate the spell. That's nice.
All right. So here you go. Here's a nice little trinket for you. You know, here's the scroll. There it is. now pay me my money.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, sweet. Up 200 for the day, boys. Who's going to?
I'm actually curious though. I may or may not have told you my exact gold amount. What else do you carry? Do you have like a catalog I can just browse through?
I do somehow. Well, let me just tell you what I got here.
Yeah, sure.
I got the battle axe of warning. That's not my mother-in-law. Shut up, Marcy. But the battle axe of warning, I got a cabinet of fine furnishings. You know, a little mundane, whatever. It's what is what it is. A little crossbow, a little hand crossbow. A potion of greater healing. You know all about that. I got the healing potion, the superior healing, the supreme healing. I'm the healing and dealing is what we do here. So a little scroll of booming blade, little blades go boom boom on those guys that they be hitting you up. A little illusory script, scroll of inflict wounds. Obviously, you just got that for me. I mean, you know, you're gonna go and say those magic words, www.ichibangames.com, and then you got a scroll of mending for your little clothes there. I know they're a little tattered, little need that maybe little threads.
His jacket did get burnt a bit.
Yep.
Danny, I feel like you take 1 point of psychic damage just from the heartache. The mention of the jacket.
I know. I'm shedding a tear.
That's fine. I'll take it. Gladly take it.
Besides that, I got a scroll of poison spray, a scroll of thunder step to get a little step in your thunder there, and then a scroll of the toll of the dead because you guys are half dead already. So let's you know. And one more thing, I got a little studded leather armor of resistance. So, you know, you need a little something, a little rare around these parts.
How much for the studded leather?
Studded leather's about 6,050.
6,050. Wow, that's kind of steep. How about I give you 50 and I go and I reach into my bag and I pull out a green. Looks like an emerald. Where did it go? Hold on one second. Kind of like a spine, I guess. I don't know. We killed it off of some creature. It was like a spinal emerald, is how I have it listed down. This is very, very, very valuable. Probably worth 6,000 by itself.
Make a
Pretty sure it
deception
is.
check.
Well, let me
Rockadoodle. I need an insight check.
Deception is a dirty 20.
It's definitely one of a kind.
Let me take a look at the goods. I don't know about this. I tell you what.
Make an insight. What you got?
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and if I get to party with you a couple of days, because these guys are deadbeats over here, I'll tell you that. I'll join up with you guys. I'll help you out. You just keep buying stuff from me. Just don't worry about these guys. You buy everything from me. Otherwise, I'll take your little spine, your little McHatchet there, whatever that is. I'll take it, and then we can have a deal. You can call me the nice dealer, and do some things. So, give me the spine and that 50.
I feel like you should let me have the armor as well too, and we'll let you tag along.
Make follow-up
I
deception
thought I was
check on
giving you
this.
the armor after that.
Ooh, natural 20. Plus 7.
I mean-
27.
I mean, all of you traveling wouldn't be a bad idea, but I mean, make an insight check, Rockadoodle.
Well, that's a 3. So,
I mean, the leather armor doesn't have to go for free. It obviously requires a price.
yeah, definitely.
I would let him hold the-
6,050.
I would let him hold the emerald and all that stuff. You let me hold the armor until we fulfill our sides of the bargains, and then we just go our separate ways.
Until you need something again.
Mr. Rockadoodle, do you have anything that deals with giants by chance?
Oh, let's see here.
Make a intelligence check, Rockadoodle, to see if you know anything to handle giants specifically.
I got
I'll
a
say with
7.
advantage because you know that the Vistani travelers that you have been with the past 2 days since leaving the fighting pits have been trying to outrun 2 giants and a small band of goblins.
So what I do know is that we got some goons on a tail here. But I don't really have anything too crazy. I do have a little bit of scrolls that'll hurt exactly, but
What's your intelligence check for me?
7.
7. You have a leg bone of a hill giant in your cart, and when it was given to you, it was told to have a magical property to it to help you against giants. You haven't had the time to really investigate to find out whether or not it was true, but you have a hill giant's leg bones. And it's sitting in the bottom of the cart, tucked into the corner, just kind of as an extra piece of furniture, roughly 3 feet long, could probably be used as a huge club. See a big knotted part of the bone.
Oh, look
mean,
what
you
I
have
got
that.
here. Here you go. So I got this thing. It's a bone, and now for the dogs. You want to try it out? You look at it. What was your name again?
Thanks.
All right,
Roughly
Fritz. So
size
here
of you,
you
Fitz.
you take this And you let me know what you can see out of that thing. What do you think it's worth to you?
Well, what do I think about it?
Make an insight check. I mean, or unless you want to make another magical check of your choice, but I mean, insight, I would say.
I'll take insight. 17.
There's something magical to it. You with Detect Magic still up. There is a magical property to this.
Okay.
Um,
How much are
some
you
sort of
looking for?
enchantment.
We'll do a little offer up. Offer up to me.
How about 20?
And
I kind of start picking some of the giant flesh off of it. It's not really even clean.
Well, I mean, that's good cooking there. That's meat and potatoes.
Okay, you're right. You're right. 25.
You do 40.
Okay, I'll do 40.
All right, we got a deal.
But if you find a spare wheel, I want that too.
If I can go and get the spare wheel, I'll make that happen there, Millie.
All right. So
Was this wheeled strictly on the wheels that were showing up for things strictly on Rockadoodle's caravan or all the caravans?
on the caravan's wheels.
Just in general.
Strictly. Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna whisper over to Remus in a hushed tone, and I'm gonna say, since we're really not doing anything, we're not really buying anything here. You want to loosen up some wheels, and Fink seems to really want these for some reason. I think we can get them for him if we work together. We can kind of jack him off the wagons.
I think we could try that, or maybe he'll just pull us to the town, like pull the cart and we'll just ride on top.
I don't know. I think his wife's kind of busy at the moment. I don't know that they want to pull us too.
You think he has a jar of bees? I kind of want to buy a jar of bees. I really do think it would come in handy down the road. I'm just telling you this. I don't know why, but
Okay.
I mean, I feel like he'll notice if we take the wheels and we just have wheels.
Well, not necessarily off of his. We got all these other wagons that
So I will say the wheels on Rockadoodle's wagon are not magical.
okay.
They are purely on the Vistani carts, the ones all in front of him that all have this Eastern European Gothic wooden structure with the drapings on them. All have this runic-looking carvings on the wheels.
Do they look similar to any of the carvings or whatnots on our cart?
No, at first glance, they do not.
Okay.
You want to take a look further? You can make a check for it.
I would like to make I'm going to ask to make a stealth check on this, but I'm going to obviously let you rule this. I want to try and go under each of the other carts to see if there is a fifth wheel attached under these lovely carts that has any sort of
Like a spare wheel.
similarity. Yes.
Make a stealth check.
All right.
With disadvantage, because it's really hard to get stealthy right now. You're out in the open of a desert and you see people are now coming out of various carts. There is this one female elf then figure with two kids that is pulled out almost looking like a beach chair and just kind of laying down in it as she's lounging out in the sun right now. She has this golden blonde hair and this dark bronze looking skin. Her two kids are using toy looking wands and shooting water at each other out of them.
Ooh.
Almost like water guns. Like
water wands.
Yeah, water wands.
I got an 18.
Somehow, in the middle of this desert, Remus, you being a purple tiefling, slink into the shadows underneath one of the carts and slip under with precise movement and little ease.
Barrel camouflages you.
To the little elven kids playing water gun fights with their wands, whichever one is losing, I want to casually cast shape water and make the losing kid's water blast become a little bit more forceful so that the kid who was winning now is losing. Just kind of
check.
15.
15.
Yeah.
As the little girl that is getting hosed, that is getting wet, or that is getting shot from her brother, you see the wand start to shake and go, and it's almost like a fire hydrant shooting out this ray of just beam of just rushing water, knocks the kid straight standing up, down, and you see him soaked. The mother, that's my girl. Pats on her head, just kind of goes back to laying down.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah. Remus, no wheels underneath the carts. As you army crawl upside down, clinging from them, looking, what you do see are spheres, or little circles round in the bottom that look to be almost ingrained and kind of have a perforation to that, to be almost a easy kick out from the top. If they need to kick out a hole in the bottom of the carriage, seem to kind of like be pre-treated for escape. No wheels though.
Don't want to hurt this person's cart. All right, I'm going to keep this in my head and then go back to Rockadoodle. Hi, Rockadoodle. I'm Remus. I have yet to introduce myself. I think one of the I start by telling people I'm purple usually, so I'm purple. Do you have any sort of shields for sale?
All right there, Bucky. I've got the only things I really got here is just the battle axe of warning and that standard leather of armor resistance. That's just kind of it. No shields. Like I do have the hand crossbow, no shields, but I got weapons. Or those the only weapons. I got the potions. I got the scrolls.
I will take 2 healing potions.
All right there, Denny. I got those. Which healing potions would you like? I got the regular, the upsize, the super size, and then the Mick Super King.
Oh my!
Which the healing, the greater healing, superior, and supreme. All good flavors.
They seem like bountiful flavors. While he's telling me this, I want to use that 1 feat I have to see how much he is worth in soul coins.
Are you trying to do it stealthily? Because you kind of got to do the whole wave over. There's the whole hand motion.
I wave at him to like slow him down, like tell him I'm like, oh, I don't know yet. I try to pass it off as just conversational.
So wave. And as you do, you see there is a 10 that kind of just appears above him.
All right.
Like,
I will have a regular and a greater, I suppose. I don't.
All
the big
right,
ones.
That's fine. That's 200 bones.
Oh my. Which 200. I mean, that's fine. Let's see.
you guys are all playing shopkeeper. All right, and your shopping trip. What's everyone else doing while reading?
I'll give you 200.
Yeah, that's right. That's right there, Sammy. I'll take that. Thank you.
While Sammy's busy with Rockadoodle, I want to be informing Howard and Azoth kind of over to the side about what I heard the other guys saying. So I was doing some Fink stuff over there, before anyone saw I was here, and I overheard. It seems like they're running away from some giants, and he said goblins too. But one of those guys started talking about using us as bait. But now I have their giant weapon, so they'll be the bait. We should steal their wheels too.
And you're a goblin, which could be double whammy against them.
They might not like me.
So Rockadoodle.
Yeah, Frank.
How do you like these people you're traveling with? I hear you want to come with us for a few days.
I like to go and be out and about, you know. I mean, sometimes I like to take the missus out for a good time here. You know, she gets a little restless. I've been going and going with these goons a little while, you know, just getting some stuff from them, you know, then getting some stuff from me, but they're kind of, you know, dead inside. You know what I mean? So what I'm thinking is you know, go with you bunch of clowns and we just go and, you know, slap around a couple of people and you know, get some things. I get to take some stuff. You just buy stuff off me because I like stuff and I'm a viable asset at least for the rest of the day. I can say that.
Interesting. I mean, we do like stuff. We come across some cool stuff too, so that could be good for you. All right, good. I'm glad you're not super tight with these people. I would say you should probably get ready to move soonish, collect your misses, and I think we're gonna try and do some things to get our cart ready, and then we'll get on our way.
All right, sounds good there, Johnny. Let me go and get her and have her get going here. So
Hey,
move over here,
hey,
Tammy.
Rocky.
Let's move.
Hey, Rocky, before you take off, I have a very important question. This will determine how far you travel with us.
Oh gosh.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate barrels?
How much do I hate barrels?
Yes.
That
Very
depends
important.
how much a wobbly pop juice is in them.
Just a regular barrel.
You're not convincing me to go and have a good time.
Okay, let's say it's filled with some of your best ale or wine that you've
Yeah,
ever
let's go and have a good time. We're
Okay.
going.
had. That's important. So you don't hate barrels. That's all I need to know. Okay.
But you move them.
So
Yes.
while this is going on, they're
Mhm.
talking. I'm gonna cast Fog Cloud, and that's going to obscure the area in which it's a 120 foot, 20-foot radius spare.
Okay.
20 feet. And I'm going to cast it basically around the caravan so that we can start working on getting these wheels off.
Okay. There is a sudden misting of clouds kind of billowing out from Azoth's
Smells like beef and corn.
that comes misting out from below him, and it's starting to roll over the dunes of sand. I need everyone to make perception checks with disadvantage. Everyone.
Oh, disadvantage.
Unless it tells you that you don't have disadvantage while seeing through it, Azoth.
2.
12.
14.
13.
10.
Which is good because I think I have to find the wheels.
Okay. Howard, Remus, and Azoth, you hear a very faint rumbling, faint, in the distance. The ground almost shakes, and you just barely feel it.
Unless there's some sort of natural phenomenon around here, I think our giant friends are near.
Yeah,
Let's
we
get
might
these
want
wheels
to
off.
get going here soon.
Okay. You do see you three all, so Rockadoodle and Finks, the mist comes billowing out, and you are all, or you two are both heavily at disadvantage with viewing. Everything is obscured, and you can only see within 5 feet of you as the mist is thickening up into a heavy fog. And you all hear the sudden shouts of just, what's going on? Here! Quick! Surround! Everyone prepare! We need to get out of here! And there is the sudden, please, back to your cots! Back to your cots! As he, but I'm tired and I was enjoying the sun. Get back to your cots, my lady. As the kids start kind of laughing and start rush into the cart, you start hearing as you hear the first human's voice again, Finks, shout, Alec, the horses, they won't move. Oh no, this isn't good. What are you all doing?
I'm
Remus,
going to
Howard,
to
and
the.
Azar, you can see somewhat okay. Now you can talk. Sorry, Remus.
Oh, you're good. I'm going to probably go to the closest cart to us that I assume doesn't have the children, and I'm just gonna start using my thieves' tools to take off one of the wheels.
Make a thieves tool check. Lockpick.
I'm going to start to work on the other wheel as well.
Howard was going to try
Um,
to intercept the children before they went in the cart. But go on. Go ahead. Finish first.
Okay. Howard, make a stealth check for me with advantage because of the mist. Wow. Okay. Azoth, make a dex check. Just straight.
Straight decks.
Anthony,
I got-
real quick. Our chariot only had 2 wheels, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
But there was nothing carrying it. Or like to pull, or there was nothing pulling it. It was more or less
No,
magical.
yeah.
I got a 22.
There, it takes
16.
a moment and you start loosening the locking mechanism on the wheels, and as you go, you see one of the pins slide out, and there's this moment where the bolt on the wheel is just held down loosely. You hear, after hearing the ping as of the bolt shooting out, there's a, what is that? Are we under attack? Coming from inside the cart. And there's a, shut up, you fool, you've drunk too much. And they start rumbling again, or you hear the popping of bottles, and there's glugging noise. There are glugging noises as you hear them drinking. But now the wheel is on a bolt loosely. Just pop it off, and know that if you pop it off one wheel, there may be a teeter.
How far am I from our cart?
The closest one,
To our chariot, like our little thing.
being lucky that you went to the closest cart, it is one of the smaller carts, and the wheels are similar in size to the chariots. They look to appear to fit, and you're roughly 4 feet from the cart.
So if Remus is on like the back left wheel, I want to be on the front right one. So if we could pop them off at the same time, it'll still kind of be stabilized. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I rolled a 16, by the way, for my decks.
There's a similar pink as you pop out the pin from the wheel, as it's now on just the bolt and the axles.
So I'm going to go towards Azoth, give him like a 1 minute thing, and then I'm going to go to our cart and take 2 wheels off of it first, so we have wheels to put on and swap out quickly.
Okay. Make a just straight another thieves tool check with advantage as you're taking your time more precisely to remove them wheels.
25.
Okay. Easy enough. While you're taking the time to remove these 2 wheels, we're jump over to Finks, Rockadoodle. What are you doing as Howard is slinking off?
Okay,
towards-
rolled a 16, by the way, on stealth. But go on.
I mean, they're children. Okay. See how that goes. What are you two doing while Howard is slinking off towards the children?
Can I, under the cover of the fog, leave a note in Goblin in the sand? Can I just like etch it out? Is there anything that's a little more permanent than sand around?
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
I got a couple of scrolls that you can write on.
This is not the time to buy stuff. Hold on, sorry, I gotta find my character sheet. There it is. Perception. Am I at disadvantage still?
Oh yeah, you're in this mist. That
All right,
this,
so it's 6.
I mean, there's a bunch of sand.
All right, I'll write it in sand. That's fine.
Right in the sand.
That's what I got.
It doesn't get shifted.
All right, I'm basically just gonna say something along the lines of caravan was here. They're going to the forest. Move quickly.
Okay. Do so. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's bad.
Oh, and I'm gonna sign it off as Grim Chieftain of the Grim Moon Sphinx. I need to recruit some friends here.
Okay. Rockadoodle, what are you doing at this moment? As everyone seems to be kind of packing up and getting ready to move and bustle, are you preparing for anything? Doing anything? Are you?
Well,
What's up?
Well, since Mr. Flatulence over there, I couldn't go and see a dang thing. I think I'm gonna go right in the sand too. And can I go and do that?
Okay, you go into the sand over next to Finks. Where is? What do you write in the sand?
I'm gonna write out see you later, stupids.
Can Finks do that thing where like when he notices a kid's copying his test and he just kind of like covers it up?
Yeah. You say, put your hand up and just kind of block off your area of where you're writing. Okay. Howard, you slink up and you see there are these two children getting into the cart as a female hand grabs for the boy and goes,
Before
"Come
like
on."
they try to go in there, I'm gonna try to like get their attention, be like, hey, come here real quick.
The boy getting into the cart, having his mom's hand, gets pulled in, but the girl with her back to you turns around and goes, hello?
Come here.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
Oh, I'm Howard. I'm not a stranger. I wanted to gift you something because you guys are children. You guys, I'm sure, live in a world where it's painful, and I want to brighten your day, and I'll be on my way.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion is nice. Okay. 13.
Okay. Yeah, she looks a little hesitant and
Oh, it's okay. I'm friendly. I won't do anything. I promise. I'm gonna reach into my bag and grab out my last. This is my last cinnamon stick. Here, and I break it in half. I give her the one. This is for your brother, I'm assuming. You guys have fun and enjoy your rides. Peace be unto you. Yellow King be with you. And I walk away.
she looks very confused and she's okay. You hear, Elizabeth, come in, Mom. She hops in the carriage and looks around and she can't see you as you have drifted into the mist. Just looking a little confused on her face. You're messed up. You're messed up.
A little bit.
Howard's messed up. Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna make my way back towards where Finks and Rockadoodle do.
As you come walking by where Finks, where you see Azoth is over by one of the carriages, Remus comes walking past you with two wheels now, handing one over to Azoth. You come up to Rockadoodle and Finks. They're in the sand. I need Remus and Azoth to roll dexterity for Azoth, and I'll let your thieves' tool checks for Remus.
The dexterity
As
again.
you're trying to precisely sliding in place and hinging it, sliding the hinge into the wheel.
14.
16.
Remus, there is a smooth slick as you grab the pin and slide it in, and a little bit of a forcefulness to it, but you have to, as you kind of palm the part of the pin in, but you force it in. Azoth, you go to slide the pin in and it bends a bit, and you have to pound it a little bit with your fist, and there is a slight in the wood where you slide the pin into, forcing it in, but there's a bit of a break on it. So who knows if this will last for them, but we'll see.
Just so you know, I do got that scroll of mending.
So Remus and I have the wheels now, right?
Yes, you guys
Good.
each have a magical wheel.
Then we can go and put them on the cart,
Apparently.
which we'll put on our cart.
Sure.
Okay.
Guys, go back, roll. Each of you roll again, unless you're going to try to take the time to really position them.
Does Sphinx see this?
Yes, this is you can see this as you're right next to where your card is. You see Azoth and Remus each bringing one of the wheels with the tailing of your detect magic fading. You see the runes carved on the wheels.
Oh, yes, yes. You got me 2 shields. Thank you so much.
I mean,
You can have them once we're done.
Okay. What are you doing with them?
I got an 18. I put it on the
using
axle.
them. We're using them. They're wheels. They're wagon wheels.
We must leave.
There's giant holes in them. It doesn't really work well as a shield, but you can have them when we're done. When we get out of here, they're all yours.
Okay.
Like I could put my arm through it. Like I could poke you through the wheel. Like,
You know, I think he could actually mend it back into full wood once we're done with this. I don't know. I think that's a great project for a later day, though.
yes.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
But they're all yours.
So, you slide the wheels on. Your cart is motionless, as it does not have a rider. I need everyone to roll perception checks now.
12 plus
Dirty 20.
19. Oh.
7.
13.
15 and higher, raise your hand.
How much was it?
15 and higher.
Oh.
Okay. You three hear the little bit closer, and now you have just a faint numbness in the soles of your feet as the sand shifts uneasily.
All right. I'm going to tell Howard, Finks, and Remus to get in the cart. I want them all to think about going, and I'm going to position myself where the does this still have the thing like where the horse or whatever thing would go?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to position myself there and hold on to it for now. I'm going to tell them to get in the cart and just think of going or yell go or some command to get it to move and see if it moves at all. If the three of them are doing it.
Howard, I think you helped us move this one last time.
Yeah. I'll try it again, and I'll like hold on, and I'll think real hard. Forward. Go.
Ah.
Holding go. You acknowledge you had to expend a spell slot previously. Do you wish to do the same energy motion, acknowledging
Depends.
that?
In this time that we've been kind of shopping and lolling around, would you consider this a short rest?
For you, being the warlock, I'll allow it to be a short rest.
Okay, so then yes, I will expend a spell slot then.
As you expend it, you see this yellow glow over it as before, and the wings start to kind of get painful a little bit. And they start to flapping. Rockadoodle, you see these wings on the side of the carriage start to flap. You give Marcy a bit of a hit kick as you see these mini little wings,
Let's get going.
as these wings that you had all not seen before fan out from the side of her, as the cart has little fan gliders that flip out, apparently able to be aerial. Perhaps not as long as you, though. So you may all want to make it a quick getaway.
All right, I'm gonna yell up to them. I'll actually, since the cart's not moving and it's not doing what I thought it was gonna do, and it's gonna fly instead. I'll get into the cart with them and tell them that when we were up there, I saw a town to the northeast, and we should probably head towards the town.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Town to the northeast is gonna be many days travel.
Oh, is the Smoke-Top
Yeah.
Mountains closer?
I mean, the Smoke-Top Mountains are a huge mountain range that you can see off in the distance to your right. You just got to pass through the miles and miles of the desert to get to it.
But we can go over, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, we can fly there. Be a lot
Doesn't matter
quicker
to
than
me.
trying to ride or walk.
What are you guys doing? Are you going to just kind of take off? You say anything, or are we just kind of kicking this off?
Well, let's just move for now.
All
Yeah.
right.
Just
And as
start
you're all
going.
discussing about
Oh,
moving,
good.
Rockadoodle, you see this cart just, this wooden wings just start flapping as this single standing Roman Colosseum chariot style just takes off in the air without a harness pulling it. You see Marcy start to kind of get a little bit of a kick and pick up and fly off following. You know that Marcy's only good for about a half hour or so, tops, like pushing it, and that's going to drain her for the day. So you guys better get far and wait if you're going to want to let her rest. As there's a fanning of the air, all of your guys' heads are rushing through the wind, and make a follow perception check as you all fly away, viewing down and looking at the sand below.
Nat 20 plus 6.
Yeah.
I
got
can't see over the
11.
chariot.
Thanks, you can't see.
14.
Howard?
6.
6. Remus?
11.
I'm focused on trying to get this thing
Rockadoodle, and
going.
Azoth. You all look down and you see these two lumbering bodies, 20 feet tall, swinging these large clubs. No! Smashing into them and getting shot at from warriors piling out of the carriage now, bringing swords. As you fly away, there is a battle commencing behind you. One of the carriages comes flying into the air slightly 30 feet below you. One of the smaller ones was thrown. You hear ah! As it crashes below. There's a small of fiery explosion as some chemicals gone wrong had mixed together. You all take off, seeing the sun soon to set. And we're going to leave with our bathroom break for all our viewers, as we talk to Mark about his games, Canon Custodian and Peacock Block. The players, if you guys have to take a bathroom break, please do so. Or the viewers, please stay check ahead as we get ready to discuss Canon Custodian. We'll be back in 10 or so minutes.
I feel like maybe we
Alright.
should, I don't know. Should we go back for them? I don't know.
I've got 3 health. I don't want to fight anybody.
There.
Yeah, we're gonna
Now-
need to rest soon.
Hmm. So Rockadoodle's pretty hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
I was definitely trying to think of like what I could do because I'm like, oh, well, Dune promo. All right, here's this. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like sell you guys exotic birds to ride. I wasn't sure what the plan was.
Now,
I love Marcy being his wife too. That's so funny.
it is
Yeah.
great. I completely forgot we had discussed this idea. It's been a busy week catching up and getting ready for this to make sure that we had the stream work. Me and Danny had issues earlier this week. Me and Mark were having issues yesterday, and this morning I found out, Danny, I'm pretty sure it is their bandwidth on in our house.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Completely affects it. But if you
I was
are
thinking
watching on
that's because
Twitch,
you have that-
everyone,
I was gonna say you had like the test going, but you sounded like the sound quality wasn't as great as it normally is. So I don't know.
But right now, if anyone is tuning in and watching us on our watching right now via our Twitch or Facebook, we have a demo of Canon Custodian going on in the bottom left corner of the screen.
Oh,
Mark
yeah, there it
had
is.
worked on. This is the first video game you've put out, correct?
Yeah. So this is
Where
this
did
is
this
the
idea
demo.
come from? And give us the lowdown and the rundown on Canon Custodian.
Yeah, so this is a demo of the game. I want to say that this is the new demo that is of it, where I just got some playthrough kicking whatever on this, but actually if he is in the chat, and he probably is Phil, who is the programmer. He subscribed to you guys. He actually does some D&D too, which is cool. So, but yeah, like if he's up in the chat, awesome. He's there.
There he is. Hey, Phil.
So awesome. But yeah, Phil's a programmer. I am the everything else, but Phil has got some pretty hilarious ideas that he pops in that we experiment with of certain little things. So it's pretty awesome. But yeah, this game here, Canon Custodian, was meant to be a very 1979 into 1981 era arcade game. So like right before they started really like having lots of music to it and stuff like that. Just a lot more jingles, and it was kind of like is kind of different because I'm usually making more big elaborate graphics and things like that. So I dumb down things, and you have to kind of like, oh, do I work with the color palette of a certain thing, or I want to say I need to make it look like garbage, kind of, but obviously it doesn't look like garbage. It's supposed to look like things. So you're working with those like Atari-esque kind of really blocky graphics to a degree where, because everything's really small and it just blows up is how that works. So but it works pretty well. You'll see like there's a lot of different stuff when you see it gets to level 5 there, you'll see something really crazy. And I wanted to make this really simple, how I wanted to do it too. So we had good game design and stuff like that. Phil's like just awesome with code for what we have here, keeping it simple, but keeping it effective. So yeah.
Currently, right now, Phil, if you guys are watching the chat, no one is playing. We have a gameplay running that Mark was able to send me of this.
Yeah,
So none of us are currently playing it. We weren't able to get it going because I have a Mac, fortunately. But you have the PC. Make sure you guys get out there and test this out. This looks fun.
yeah.
So, Mark, what made you say, "Hey, let's make an arcade game"? Is this what you've always wanted to do? Was this just like an idea? Like, can I do this? And let me see if I can how hard it would be.
So back in the day, like when I was like 15, 16 years old, I ended up having a game called Desaimon, which was for Super Famicom, which is the Super Nintendo of Japan. And that's where I started learning how to go and like make game stuff with that. I made a vertical scrolling shooting game called Robo Knight off this thing. But from that, I always wanted to go and make video games. This I thought would be like super simple, easy, where it's like, it is pretty easy to go and make something like this, but everything still takes time. And I'm like, oh, well, this would be a simple game compared to releasing something just gigantic. And, you know, just get something out there. But this being the demo, it's kind of like, see how it goes. Like if people wanted more, to give them more, you know, something of that nature. We thought like maybe like doing something like a Kickstarter or some sort of crowdfunding would be good, because I mean, obviously people want to try and make money off things and whatnot, and just see where it kind of goes. And you know, there would be ideas of like, oh, whoever wants to fund X amount, you can go and make this enemy, or you can make a boss or whatever, and just kind of be like, all right, we can just muster some things up, you know, try and keep the vision and do it for them, but also kind of work with people. So who knows? It's just more or less like, I would love to see it happen. I'd love to see things happen. Just depends like what's the interest everybody's into, kind of thing.
So, where are you thinking about taking this after? Are you thinking that what are the likelihood of us getting this on a mobile to be the most accessible to play, or is this going to be like maybe on Steam, or is this like somehow going to be ported over to a console?
So depending on like the future of this thing, it will be. I would love to see it. I'd love to see it on everything, but I mean, the harsh reality is a lot of dev kits. Dev kits are expensive, and you have to do a lot of rules of what the console people do. I think I want to say Xbox might be the least commanding on things, but Steam would be great. We don't know the how to crack Android, but it seems like from a lot of feedback we got, people are like, dude, this would be awesome. It's like a quick little mobile thing. It depends on like how to monetize and do stuff too. So that was kind of the thing. But I would love to see stuff in the future be bigger for it. It's just all seeing what people want. If they want it, we'll do it.
Well, so what is there? There is a loose story behind this game too. The whole idea is it's not just that you're a gun shooting at random monsters. There's a loose point to it.
Yeah,
what you have to do.
So the game, is basically the I just saw what Phil was saying in there, so that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, so basically the thing is the story goes where there's the Cthulhu boss. It's pretty nuts. Okay, so yeah, when it comes to the story, basically you are a janitor named Ted who's working for Area 51. You're just going around, you're cleaning, and you start scrubbing off what looks like an arcade machine. But it's not an arcade machine, it's an interdimensional jail. And basically you go in there and you're scrubbing it, and it turns on and it sucks Ted in there. And basically on the other end, things have kind of gone chaos over inside the jail, where all the convicts and their flunkies have basically kind of did a little uprising. The wardens and such have escaped, and they're safe in a dome, but they can't really go and get out. And basically Ted is in this, able to get a cannon car to go where with the computer that was there, was able to get the messages. Hence when you'll see like flying packages in the game, the wardens and stuff are sending supplies, are able to do that, but Ted's got to go and get to them to get the power cell to go and power up the dimension stuff. But his energy pods are what the convicts need, because the convicts have their own energy cell that's their power source. So it's like one is trying to get one, the other one's trying to get the other, and basically can he go and rescue everything on time? Time will tell for our hero. So it's, one of those, and pretty cool.
There's definitely a bit of a, when you know the story, you definitely could see it happening more on screen. And as you are progressing further in levels, there's a bit of the anxiety push up. You can easily see this of the urgency. It's definitely cool. So you have to try to see how many levels you can succeed to obtain the packages to then the highest score, as enemies keep trying to steal the energy balls. And if you end up stopping an enemy, it is placed back in its spot. And every level that you get past, you end up gaining an additional one then.
Yep.
Okay.
So keeping it fair,
No, simple, straightforward. The game does play back at you. It's definitely interesting. Now, along with Canon Custodian, you also are repping it a little bit more visually as your character, Rockadoodle, the Peacock era Croca bird person. You have a game Peacock Block that you have gotten. Yeah, you actually have hard physical copies. And give us the rundown.
For sure.
What is the elevator pitch to tell players the point of Peacock Block? What is the goal, and how long does it take to play it, and how many players can play this?
So Peacock Block is a 3 to 5 player take that card game that's got 2 game modes and 3 ways to win. Players will be trying to score by flirting or getting tail feathers, which if they get 10 tail feathers, they can win, or they will present the peacock ring. So be like, and that's kind of like you get all 3 pieces, lay it down, there you go. But players on their turn can go, and if you're trying to flirt with somebody, which your flirt scale goes up, if you get 10, you can win that. Your opponents will go and do blocks on you, which are like insults of all different kinds. They can go and pluck tail feathers from you so you can't get that, and they can do all different kinds of shenanigans so you can't get the ring, or they'll just do all different little combos. So there's a lot of cards in the game. There are 162 total, where 161 you will play with in the game. There is 5 players, like I said. There's the 2 game modes. One you can go and just do as a quick round, which say is about like 15 minutes per round. Sometimes it could be quicker, sometimes it could be longer, depends on how much craziness is happening. When it becomes for the other mode, the other game mode, it adds a little heart piece with the love meter. And that is basically scored per round, where every feather on your peacock matters. So if you go out on your turn, say if you have 5 feathers, you go out, you get a point because you won the round. And then for every feather, you get an additional point So you get like 6 points. If you get to 10, then you win the extended version. When that happens, people are going to be focusing, like, oh, I don't want this guy to get feathers because he's close to winning. Then other people are going to try and get the feathers to go and actually do the feather win. So the short game compared to the long game, it's got a teeny bit different of a dynamic to it. And that was the original way that it was played, because me and Phil, we went to MagFest, and we did it there, and we saw like how it was going for a lot of the stuff of that MagFest. It was a couple of years ago, and the biggest thing was like, oh man, the game's good, but the game's a little long. Like, and all the feedback, I was able to knock it and do that, and everything just works super good. So now it's like, oh, you want to play this way? Cool. Oh, you want to play this way? Cool. So that's just, it's your choice, however you want to do it. So, and it works good for tournaments too. So it's pretty awesome.
Awesome. Well, listen, both of these games sound awesome. I can't wait to play and check out Peacock Block, as well as get Candace Custodian to be able to play with it too. And our video that you had just sent me had completed. It looks like you actually got footage of you beating the game.
Yeah.
So this was a great, well-timed out explanation. Listen, everyone out there, if you haven't yet, go check out Peacock Block. Where can they get Peacock Block?
So you can go and get it if you chant the magic spell www.ichibangamesofficial.com. Can I throw it into the chat?
Please do. Oh,
yeah, I could go and do that for you.
one of my
Already
players,
got it for you.
Tony's got this for
Oh,
you.
wonderful. Awesome. Thank you.
I hope I spelled it right.
Yeah, it looks
All right, cool. It works.
perfect. So I appreciate it. So yeah, and I appreciate you guys having me on this thing. I haven't played D&D in forever, so I am definitely rusty. I should have asked to know what all your characters were. So my apologies. But
Oh no. Well, hopefully you'll get a chance to see how all the characters really worked fluid
Yeah.
together in a moment.
I'm glad I was able to go and get these dice, because like it was just by chance that I was just to get dice out of that. Like
I understand. When I play dice, when I play as a player, I do have set dice for specific characters. So sounds like you kind of found the dice for Rockabilly. I'm sorry, not Rockabilly, Rockadoodle easily.
do you know where the name Rockadoodle comes from?
I'm not.
I do. I think I do. I'm like 80% to 95% sure I do.
What do you think?
Is it
was
the
a
movie?
90s cartoon, right?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
the movie.
Yes.
Dude,
about
I
like,
was gonna have
about like a
these
rockabilly rooster.
sideburns like on the
Yep.
side too, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I got
About like a rockabilly rooster.
Yep, you got it.
I had to look that up. I remember this guy. Yeah.
He had like an awesome like Letterman jacket type thing going on.
Yep.
He was the big hero of the farm, and then I can't remember what happened, but it was depressing, and then he came back. It was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought of it instantly. I was like, I know where this is.
Yeah. Straight up Don Bluth animation. Like, I'm like, oh, this is great. So someone's like, terrible movie. That's awesome.
No, that's great. I love the character so much, and I can't wait to see how he works, depending on what you guys do. As we are back, everyone. If you did step away to enjoy the bathroom break, that is your choice. If you're tuned around to watch and hear about Ichiban Games, Canada Custodian, and Peacock Block, thank you so much. If you haven't yet, please go check out Ichiban Games on Facebook and Instagram, as well as support. Give them a follow and like. Please do that for us as we are back. So, who did I just cut someone off? What's up? Nope. All right. So you guys are flying away. You see the carriages. The caravan below is being attacked by two giants. What are you doing? Are you gonna try and follow to get your own to be by yourselves, or are you turning around and looking to help?
Well, it looks like we escaped that situation. So where do we want to go? The mountains or the? You said there's a town around here, Azov?
I'll point over into the direction of the town.
What is Rockadoodle doing? Is he sticking around? Is he running?
It's flying
See,
near
Rockadoodle
us.
is
Following
flying
for the
up.
moment.
Rockadoodle's flying up behind you guys.
Remus, can you maybe send him a mental message?
He's right there.
Oh, is he right next to us?
He's not.
Yeah.
I feel like we can shout to him.
Hey,
can
Sally,
shout to him.
what you need?
I don't know if you should trust those guys over there. They talked about using you as bait.
Can Marcy take a little little bathroom break?
You see, there's a of brown feces
Oh
just
gosh.
Oh no, the children.
just
Enjoy
launched
them
as a,
cinnamon sticks. A little extra spice there.
all right. So you see that happening. You guys begin to fly on in the direction of the town. You go travel for 20 minutes or so with nice speed as you feel the magic starting to spurt out of your guys' carriage carriage that you're being cart you're being pulled in.
Okay, guys, we might need to
Start
make
to
a landing.
Come
I
to a
think we're,
landing.
running low.
Rockadoodle at the same time, you do feel there is a stall, and Marcy is feeling a bit tired as her flying becomes a little stuttered as you kind of dip a few times.
All right, honey, we're gonna go down.
Okay. Make dexterity check, Howard and Rockadoodle.
Right. 14.
I got a 10.
Okay. You see Marcy start to fall and come into a tumble as you hear as her knees buckle and she kind of does a flip over motion and lands sitting. You go somersaulting and fly and sit, fall into your back, smashing into a dune of sand. You're upside down as you see this car come sliding down. Howard, what was it?
14.
14. A skidding, uncontrolled wheelie stop as the cart is on two wheels, backwards, sliding up and into the dune of sand. You all are covered in sand as you all push through the dune and pop out on the other end. The cart is loaded about a foot deep, covered. The glowing falls away from the cart. Chariot, that's what the word is. Chariot. You're in. What you doing?
Oh, my cloaca. All right. Let me dust myself off here.
That was.
Shaking
Anybody need a healing potion?
Now we're good. But say, now that I think about it, do you have like a bag of holding of sorts?
I do not. I just have my trunk of fun.
Which essentially acts as a bag of holding, but it is a cart that Marcy carries. That is, to an extent, bottomless. For you.
Okay. Well, I was semi-thinking about it on the way, since I have this studded leather now. You have the emerald spine. I will go ahead and actually add to that for you. And I'm going to like take off my shirt. I'm going to neatly fold my coat. And I'm going to take off the leather armor, like the regular plain leather armor underneath, and I'm going to hand it to you. As kind of like a trade, since, I mean, I can't really wear two armors at the same time. You can do whatever you want with this one. It's a little used, so you could probably fix it up and add some sparklies to it or whatnot. Or if you want to fit it for Marnie, that'd be cool too.
All right, there, Chuck. I'll take that with me for good grievances. You know, let me try that on a little bit here.
Yeah, sure. And I'll hand him just the regular armor.
The regular armor.
Just
It is.
it's just regular leather armor.
I just want to look foofy.
You throw in an extra layer of armor. It's a bit heavy, throwing it over your shoulders, but I mean, a little cumbersome. Maybe hard to cast spells in it, but you know, give
It's
it a
considered
shot.
light armor, so
You are currently already wearing armor, so it's the second set of armor that you'd be placing on.
oh,
Rockadoodle. So if you throw on the other armor, it may be a little harder to maneuver in it, but
Oh no, I won't do that then. I'll just throw it in the bag, you know, throw it in the box.
yeah, you do your thing.
okay.
Works for me.
And then I'll just put on the studded leather, put my shirt and my coat back on over it.
All
There you
right.
go.
You're a
Twist that
fan of the
leather on.
ladies because it's studded leather.
Now, you all see that the temperature now is significantly starting to drop as the sun is now starting to descend its height in the sky, as it's starting to break into the evening, probably around a nice 7 o'clock golden hour for the next 20 or 30 minutes before night will be fastly approaching. Rockadoodle, you do understand it is dangerous to travel at night, as there is rumors of a red clouded mist that sucks the life of individuals
Oof.
that does travel amongst the sands, as well as there were those giants and goblins. So traveling at night may be dangerous, but
Is there any
the worries.
type of landmark or shelter nearby that we can take refuge in?
Make perception checks.
7.
Go climbing up one of the dunes, and as you go to look around, all you see is hills of sand that just kind of roll. Far off, probably 2-3 day travel, is some forested wooded area. No, nothing else besides that. What you roll, Rockadoodle?
18.
Bunch of sand, dunes. Looks to be an oasis of sorts. A couple 100 yards over. You see, only reason you think it may be something is because you see tall, stocky looking figures that perhaps could be trees. And traveling throughout the desert, you had stopped at one previously
This is true.
that had a pool of water that was fresh to drink.
We built sandcastles there. It was nice. We called it White Castle.
We don't have those over here.
It's not the same oasis we were at before, was it? We didn't do just like some stupid loop around and end up back where we started.
You can't tell from here.
I feel like Howard would remember. Got a little closer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
is that
like
where
look
you
around
go?
too, make sure there's like no pit that we can fall into unbeknownst to
Oh my god,
us.
I'd be so mad.
Make a perception with disadvantage as it's starting to get dark. And Howard, it's getting dark out.
Perception 16 with disadvantage.
You look over one dune, and as it appears to be slightly familiar, you blink your eyes and there's no pit in it. This doesn't appear to be the same oasis far off in the distance, as the previous one had multiple stalks of trees and multiple groupings.
Okay.
This one
I-
does not.
I think we're okay. Just be on the lookout because who knows what kind of pits are around here. We don't need to be falling again and be
Are you
stuck
gonna
in that crap.
Try to drag the cart, or are you leaving it there? As it is going to be, you will have to travel along. Will you be leaving it or pulling it? What are you all
Merciful.
doing?
Can we like not necessarily fly it, but can we like make it ride so like we're just on ground traveling along the ground with it?
I thought that's what the magic wheels would do.
Yeah.
You don't know what the magic wheels would do.
I think
I
maybe
mean,
we
you
can
sit
use this
in it,
to
I mean-
ride.
You know that you can expend a spell slot to make it move
Yeah.
if you wish to do that again.
I mean, I have one left, so
I also
That
have
is your
some. I'm assuming
choice.
mine work.
You only one way to find out.
all right. Do we want to dig it out and try to go into some kind of better shelter and then hunker down for the night?
Yes.
Yep.
Let me try to see if my spells work too, though. So we'll
Okay,
give you a rest.
thank you.
Okay.
All right. I'll
What
feed
spell
it.
slot? Howard only has one level spell slot. What are you dumping into it? What are you
Just level
kind of
1.
doing?
Level
As
1
you
spell.
kind of grip the kind of the headboard of the chariot where Howard had his hands, you start to kind of whisper some chanting in Goblin under your tongue, and as it's and you as you cough up some gurgling noise and some garlic, not garlic, some goblin undertone insult to a god, there's a soft glowing of the moon that shines over it, and you see the wheels begin to start to turn as the chariot, it has this light white glow over it. Howard, distinctful notice. It's a white glow, not a yellow glow.
I think it looks better this way.
See, the wheels will start to move. They move at a slow pace, pushing and trudging through the sand. Takes you guys the better part of a half hour to get to this oasis pool that has these 2 stalking palm trees. Marcy, Rockadoodle, goes over to it and sticks her head down and starts gulping big gulps of water. And she kind of shakes out of the harness of the cart and spreads her wings and fans them, and lays down and begins to snore, sleeping. It is starting to be dark. What are you all doing?
I want to go to take a rest.
Yes, I would also like to take a rest. A long rest.
You all begin a long rest? Don't hit
I'll
those
take
buttons
a
yet.
rest.
I could take first watch.
You all are
That's
just
fine.
gonna rest up.
Yeah, before we do that, I'm gonna go over to Azoth. So, in the midst of everything that was going on with Silvalus, I kind of wigged out. I'm not sure what happened to me there, but I'm pretty sure I thought I heard you pledge allegiance to Lolth.
Yep.
And while I may not like personally agree with that, I feel like the Yellow King would probably be a better fit for you. I'm not going to force you for now. However, as a gift, I'm going to reach into my bag and I'm going to pull out a platinum statue of the female Drider that I found earlier in the caves. Maybe this can kind of do whatever, if you need it, for Lothar to win her over on your behalf, I guess.
Tell him thanks.
All right.
Yellow King thing. like a crown with my hands or something. Like,
Yell, why?
just
All right. I'm just going to go back and set up and go for a long rest.
Okay. No one hit those rest buttons. Thanks.
But smash the
real
like
quick-
and follow button on Twitch to stay up to date on our adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smash the like and follow button below.
That's right.
But not the long rest button yet.
But not the long rest
Yeah.
button yet. Rockadoodle, what are you doing as you see this party is starting to bed down for a rest?
My question is to them is, do they need any fine beddings of that could be easily woven from a feather or two that they might need to rest their head on? I can easily do that for a little bit of gold there.
You guys,
Remus,
choice.
Remus kind of ponders this as he's unsure. How much gold?
I mean, since it's all natural and it is an odor of me, I think it's quite maybe 70-ish around that
I'm okay, thank you.
per goon.
No one taking you up on the feathers begins to pass, just starts to wind down and relax for their evening. You go over your inventory and your stock, checking your supplies, looking over your scrolls and your spell book, checking everything. All right, Finks, make a perception check for me and roll a d20.
Natural 20.
I'll take second watch.
Okay. Natural 20 is fairly pleasant for your rest.
Okay.
Your watch goes uneventful.
Can I, on my watch, try to figure out what this giant bone does?
Make an American Arcana check.
14.
14. It has an enchantment on it, and without casting Detect Magic and Identify, you know that there is a fear enchantment of sorts placed on this. It is huge too. Like, you're like cradling this. Looks like a huge, like almost like a stand-up base to you. Just holding up to.
That's actually a good idea. Maybe we can make one of those.
Didgeridoo.
That too. Okay.
Okay. Who's next? Okay. Azoth.
16.
Slightly uneventful for you. What are you doing on your watch? Anything specific?
Yeah, I'm gonna take out the Drider statue that Howard gave me and the Wolf trinket, and just kind of meditate on it and just kind of listen. Just kind of like open up.
Make a religion check.
12.
You have the persistent feeling that you have spiders crawling up your back of the neck. Just kind of brush at them, and every time you go to brush, there's nothing there.
Okay.
No. Who's taking next watch?
Remus.
Remus.
Yes,
All right.
it is me.
Make a perception check.
17?
At this point, there is a as you see the water ripple, and you feel a loud thud behind you,
Mm.
about 20 yards to your back. Close, but not right up on you yet. Flying.
Oh, wow.
Box, go. You hear shouted.
I mean, it's dark. I
From
don't
behind you.
think they can see us. I'm going to first take my greater healing potion as I prepare to go around and stealthily wake everyone up.
Make
Like,
a
it's
stealth
like-
check with advantage.
Yeah.
In case you don't roll a 1 and fall in the water, make a splashing noise.
It's been there before.
I know.
So stealth is a 26.
Yeah. You all are just very ever so gently just whispered awake. Hey. Just kind of shooken a little bit by Remus as he goes over to each of you. What are you telling them as you're waking them up?
I am telling them that the giants have caught up to us. I don't know if they can see us, but they were asking where our flying box was. So either we should hide or we're going to have to fight, I'm assuming, 2 giants.
Well, that's not fun.
I vote we bury the box in the sand.
Can we all just get inside your chest?
We can try and all fit in there.
Make an intelligence check, Rockadoodle. I'll say Arcana check. That'd be better.
Okay. That
Because
would be 21.
I mean, you wouldn't advise it, as you don't know what would happen to them, let
Like
alone
another dimension.
how air and holding their breath will work.
Not very, not wise, but do what you will.
Thanks. You begin to hear, Volvo, you see anything? No, shut it up. Cleaning. The flying carts, we can go far. Eek! Eek! Spread some light! You hear this in Goblin. You hear a female. You spread some light. You think you're the best. Eek! You know magic. As you hear goblins starting to complain and yell at each other, as the female one apparently is giving sass back.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my barrel lid and just have a barrel randomly in the oasis now.
Rockadoodle, you look around, you see a barrel materialize where Remus is holding looks to be a shield above his head, as there's now a barrel. Wooden barrel, metal bands around it. There's a little hole in it. Looks blacked out, pitched like dark shadowed in it.
I'm going to use Mask of the Wild and try and blend in with whatever foliage is there currently and just kind of melt into my surroundings.
You start to set in by some of the stones and using your some of the elven cloaks that you do have, wrap it around part of your body as you cast Mask of the Wild and letting your skin take on this sandy, earthy tone. You shift your body to have some resemblance of the stones in the sand. Mask of the Wild, is that a spell or a
It's a trait.
It's a wood elf thing, right?
Yeah.
see real quick? Let me see what exactly it gives you. Let's see.
Reading is fundamental, kids. The more you read, the more you know.
This reading break is brought to you by
DCT Industries. Hey, are you looking?
Are you looking to
I'll
read?
say make a stealth check, and I'll give you a little bit of a bonus to it because there is no real heavy foliage. It's just sand. So unless you're trying to like cover yourself and bury yourself in sand,
17.
17. Still not bad. Still not bad. As you begin to really take on this earthy looking texture of skin that at second glance, you may just be a stone statue caught by a petrifying gaze.
Like a chameleon.
Kind of. That's better. That's more so if you're in the bushes, you can kind of more so blend to be like bushes, like you're covered, but good roll. You all hear and start to see with your dark vision halfling looking sized bodies that as they come into clear focus are goblins up on various dunes scouting around. You see them looking around for part of a chariot that they had seen flying. What are you all doing to hide or do?
Can Finks run up to Rockadoodle real quick and give him Blessing of the Trickster?
Okay.
So Mark, that's advantage on stealth checks if you want to try to hide.
Yep.
And then I'm going to take that giant bone and kind of just like plant it in the sand and hide behind that.
Okay. Stealth check. Thanks.
22.
I got 11 for me.
Okay. And where is everyone trying to hide, and what are they trying to do?
We're near an oasis, right? Or no?
Yep, you are walking. You are right next to an oasis where you see there's a pool of water, 15 feet around. Looks to be 5 or so feet deep. Crystal clear water too. You see,
Okay.
it is this clay packed earth in it, deep in it, at the bottom of the little oasis ponded little pool of water.
Okay. Yeah. Howard's gonna go sit in the water.
Okay.
Anthony, can Finks throw up his duplicate in front of the bone, not hiding?
He can. Let me pull some minis out for some stuff, guys.
Okay.
Okay. I think duplicate. Very. Okay, so you throw up a mini Finks. Don't worry, there's a map on their way. Howard, you said you're going into the water.
Into the water, I'm gonna kind of like sit where, like in the shallow part of it. I'm not gonna go like too deep or anything.
Okay. We have some stones. Give me a moment. Just a moment, guys. I was not expecting the oasis fight, so the palm trees that we have are some horror knotted looking trees that we'll say they work. Azoth, you are sitting over next to a pile of rocks. There is a barrel on in this, so give me just a minute. Barrel. So Remus, where do you want this barrel to be? Is it just kind of out in the open?
Yeah, it's like in just the middle of the beach. It looks very out of place and just it's mostly there to startle and then do its job.
Okay. There's a dune right there. Be a dune. Okay. And let me get this battle cam up for you all, as I need you all to roll for initiative as the goblins start to eek. Put some light. As the female goblin voice goes, fine. As she raises, you hear a slamming of as a spreading of bright light shines in the sky, and you see 4 goblins on various points amongst the sand with the heads of 2 giants lumbering over them, looking in the direction of the pool of water. Get a map up right now.
I'm gonna take the diplomatic option. See what we can do.
Okay. In one moment. There we go.
Alrighty.
Just a minute as we get Zoom to adjust for me. Zoom. There, you all see giant over there coming. The second giant over there. You see there is light coming from goblin right there. A goblin right there. There's a third. Fourth goblin coming over there talking. Here. As the heads of the giants are coming over the hills. You see. Oh my God! You gotta stand. Map stand. Give me a moment. Jesus. All right. Okay. We're just gonna say this will fit in place of the giant bone because I wasn't expecting that from you.
I wasn't either, to be honest.
I mean, hey, crazier stuff's happened with us. So the dice will be a stand-in for where the bone is.
Okay. Basically, I just want it to be in between me and the duplicate, presenting the duplicate as the actual non-afraid version of myself.
Okay. So the duplicate is there. What are you all doing? I guess before we roll initiative.
I want
things
to
you've mentioned you want to
address
try and
them,
do.
yes. If that's okay.
Okay.
Before, if anyone else has anything to do first.
Okay.
I had what was it? Disguise self is what I wanted to have.
Okay. You cast disguise self on yourself.
Yep.
Oh, here I forgot to say. Here you are, Rockadoodle.
Okay.
And we'll say the carriage of. We're just gonna say that your guys' cart is off screen, where you guys are tucked away behind a pile of dune sand, one of the sand dunes. You've kind of buried up.
Where's Marcy, by the way? Where's
Marcy is tucked over here, right in between the trees, just
Got it.
trying to remain as quiet and motionless to not get hurt in the fight, seeing how dangerous the large giants can be.
Okay.
Let's see. So, Finks, you want to try something political first?
Yes.
What are you trying?
All right, so Finks is going to make it like he's going to talk. His duplicate can't actually speak, so he's just going to talk from behind the bone to kind of like, act like that's what's talking.
Yes.
He's going to welcome them in Goblin. Welcome, sons and daughters of the moon. I'm so happy you found me. I see you found my direction.
There's a very... Eek! Who is that? What do you mean? Who is that talking?
It is Finks, Grim Moon. I see you found your way to me. And please put out that light. It is very disrespectful to our patron of the moon.
Eek, don't you dare put out that light. And I mean, go talk to this. Did you see this fat little goblin come walking over his big heavy mace to your illusion, walking right past you, Rock Doodle. It is I, Volb. I speak for my two large companions, as you hear. Hungry for more. I smell flesh. Where's flying box? Yes, shut up. I'll find a flying box.
You speak for or are the leader of?
I speak for them, as they don't know the goblin tongue, or really any common tongue. It is I, Volb. We saw a flying chariot across the sky. Do you know where they are? Where it went? Did you see it?
Where it went? That is a gift from the moon. Do you wish to learn its secrets? Or do you wish to eat food? I can provide you with both.
I wished to learn where it is, and I wish to take it when I find it. Food would
Very
be
well.
nice too. They would both be grateful if you had a few humans laying around that they can snack on.
Well, I'm fresh out of humans, and I'll kind of roll from behind the bone. Real Finks will kind of like roll the elf skull I took from the Feywild.
Make a
Just kind of like let that roll on the floor.
Goes, so you're an adventurer. Good. We could use you with us.
Yes, and I can use you as well.
Name's Bulb. As he puts out a gnarly, calloused, cut up, dirty hand with big, thick, sharp, pointy claws at it. Kind of go to grip your hand to shake it.
All right, he'll kind of like pull back and say, "That is a human custom. We don't do that. Not us goblins of the moon."
Well, we're not goblins of the moon.
Not yet, you're
We're
not.
goblins.
Please, let me teach you of the greatness of the moon. And I just kind of point up.
Make a persuasion check.
It's a 20. 23 total.
He rolled a nat 1. And he's, please do tell, as he just begins to like
Lie
look
down, lie
entranced
down. Stare straight up. All of you. And I point to the other goblins.
I'll lay down. He looks over at the female that had cast the light as everyone begins to kind of, you see the other goblins start to move in with more of a curious glance.
Now, no disrespect for your giant friends, but what do you think is mightier? The majesty of the moon and all the powers it bestows upon us, or these two lumbering fools?
Well, when it comes to brawn and strength, they definitely have it. Took out a caravan just about an hour ago. They, well, left some stragglers. They have fun when they get to make them suffer. And you hear a big belching noise from one of the larger ones. Howard, make a perception check. As there's a spitting sound.
18.
There is a child-sized leg just sinking into the water. You all clearly see this, just shot out through the sky.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
The other goblins begin to look around at the rest of the individuals, making investigation checks. You see the one on the bottom goes, so, tell me about the moon. As he's kind of like just lost into like, how powerful can it be? I'm no holy goblin.
I am going to take that book I took from, what's his name? Solvolus.
Okay.
And just start reading it.
Okay. Make a deception check because it's written in Elvish.
Oh, is it? Then I'm just ad-libbing. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah,
off
you're
the,
ad-libbing. So yeah, just pretty sure it's written in Elvish and some other darker stuff.
All right, straight deception is
I have
19.
the note offhand. You are BSing it very well. The speech given in first period that you didn't study for, preaching about how the moon derives its power, as he is enamored. What's everyone else doing as this is happening? As the goblins start looking over the campsite now with the light coming from the one female with the staff, just kind of peering over everything. Howard, you see there is a glow now above the lake, above this little pool of water that you are kind of treading water and peeking up and looking out of.
Side question, real quick.
Yeah.
So they ate the child, and the child consumed the cinnamon stick. Therefore, did the giants consume the cinnamon stick?
You don't know how the anatomy of the giants take hold with the children and how the digestion process works.
Okay.
Who knows? So, what's everyone else doing as the goblins, as Sphinx is easily distracting the head one that's made himself known as Volb? You now see two more come over the edges and pull bows from their hip, pull bow and arrows from their hips and start peering down and looking over this little oasis.
What is the light coming from?
The light is coming from a staff that the female goblin has smashed into the ground. You see it flash into a beam of glowing light that's illuminating your campsite.
Is it a flame or a light?
More of like a glowing light,
Okay.
like just like a ball of magical light, just lighting up.
Does Volb understand how disrespectful that is now? Does he get it? It's nighttime.
He doesn't.
The moon is all the light we need, Volb.
Unfortunately for Volb right now, he's more enamored by your speech and not too much by the light. What does everyone wish to do?
I'm still playing barrel.
Yeah, I'm kind of slinking like a little bit more into the water to kind of conceal myself even more if I can.
I'm going to quietly cast another fog cloud, but it's not going to come from me. It's going to come from where the staff is being stuck. Like if they stuck it in the ground, I want the fog to start emanating from there. Like they did something, and now it's causing all the fog to start to like roll in.
There is a sudden flash of energy as you begin to cast your spell. There's a as it is canceled out. And you see the female goblin look down at her staff. Volb, he's got company. You see the goblin on the ground just kind of, what tricks are you trying to pull on me, Sphinx?
I have company
He sits
every
up.
night.
He stares right at the illusion.
All right, Volb, fine. If you're just going to be a regular goblin and not a goblin of the Grim Moon like I thought you would be, I understand that strength is most important. Bring your leader here and I will duel you for command of this group.
He goes,
Call him in.
Larbach! And the one giant, tasty goblin. Yes, you can eat this one. As the large goblin or the large giant comes hulking over to you, standing, towering behind Volb at an easy 25 feet tall, holding a large stone mallet. He goes, kill him. Hey, you can eat whatever followers he has. Hopefully as a human.
Can
Roll
I
for initiative.
try
everyone.
to? Oh, okay, I was gonna.
Well, I'll give you a reaction on this as he's saying this.
I'm gonna say glory to the moon, and I want to activate that spell on the bone, and try to fear the giant.
Okay. You
Well,
don't
I'm
know
gonna
what
wait for initiative. We can do that too.
No,
But
I'll
that's my
let
goal.
this start at the beginning.
How far is Volb away from Howard?
Volb would be 15 feet from Howard.
Okay. While this is going on too, he's gonna try to talk into Volb's head
Okay.
telepathically, and be like, "You've anchored the moon. The moon. The moon
I'm
will
gonna
bring down
give-
wrath upon you."
He has disadvantage on his next saving throw or advantage on the next spell attack from Finks or the next attack at him from Finks with
Cool.
the help from the inspiration of the moon. I like it. Now I can have everyone please roll me initiative.
Eight.
8.
Oh,
5.
20.
All right,
13.
so Rockadoodle with the 20.
There you go.
All right.
Where
were you at?
I'm right near the giant.
Yes, you were right behind him. Real quick, Remus, where were you at? with the
Barrel.
initiative?
Oh, 13.
13. Who had above a 13? Give me a hand. Besides Rockadoodle, no one.
I don't think anyone
Uh,
else.
Okay.
We got some 8s. I think there was a 10.
Who had the 10? Howard? No.
No, I had 5.
I was 8.
5.
Oh, no,
so
it was
2
5.
8. That's what it was.
That was
I
seven.
doubled it.
Who has a higher Finks and Azoth? What are your deck scores?
16
Your modifier.
decks,
16
+3.
plus
Okay.
3.
Azoth, you're going first because your name starts with an A.
Oh, I'm changing my name to Aphinx. So two A's.
Well,
AA thinks.
I had a really quick question.
You done messed up.
What's my how concealed am I around that where the goblins can see me versus me being
Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Make a stealth check. We'll say there's some stones and you hadn't fully stood up and
Miraculously another 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, dollar store
awesome.
toys.
That's
There we go.
ridiculous.
There we
Let's
go.
go.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous. So
Okay. So we'll say you are stealthily laying down, hidden by your blanket, kind of wrapped up, holding onto your spell book.
So what I am wanting to do is I would like to do a reduce size spell up to the giant and make it look like that is his punishment for defiling the moon.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
He needs to make a. Is it wisdom save? What is the reduce size? What is reduce size? Does it tell you?
Target size is halved in all dimensions and weight.
It's under enlarge reduce, Anthony.
Enlarge reduce. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
He's just alphabetical, not working.
Just gonna pull up my spell effect. Constitution saving throw. Okay. Oh, he fails. Okay, so you all see Lakbar go.
Sorry, I gotta point out how good that was.
Thank
Well
you.
done, Anthony.
Thank you. As he has a human size with a his club drops to the ground and goes, I'll still beat you. Ha ha ha. Lakbar is strong. And what is it? Disadvantage on strength on attack? Or is it what is his moves?
Point of clarification too. Is that the giant that possibly ate the child that possibly also ingested cinnamon stick? Because if
We'll
that's
see.
the
Let's-
case, go ahead.
Nope, wasn't him.
Okay, that's fine.
Disadvantage on strength check, saving throws. Okay, so the weapon in his hand, as the big club drops to the ground, it begins to shrink, and he grabs it off the ground. And he goes, "Big hammer's now a small hammer. Still will hurt you." Anyone else want another react? Anyone else have a reaction lined up with Azoth, Remus? Anything you wish to do right
So
before we
what-
begin?
So I'm in the trees.
You were off by these the stones right
okay,
here that
that's
you
me right there?
melged into.
Okay.
Yes.
And how far away is that giant dude that just got shrunk?
25 feet away.
Can I?
You see that there's another large giant over here, too, and there are goblins spattered around the field. One right here, one right there, right there, right there, right here.
Right. I'm just gonna try and stay as hidden as I can for now. Still, then. I'm not gonna make any moves.
Okay, let's start initiative. Top of the round is Lakbar. as he runs over and straight up to your duplicate, swings through it. Confused, swings a second time. Enraged, starts, ah! It's a trick! And yeah, that works for him. Next up is Volb, who starts, what? What do you mean trick? Runs up and begins to swing at it. Misses. And it is now a goblin over here's turn. That will, see. They don't have a good visual on anyone except for Finks, really. So, let's say 20. Use the full movement to get over to you. Full movement over to you. Right here is, and you see the female goblin with the staff in the center begins chanting some arcane words, Remus, that you hear as she kind of starts coughing up some goblin guttural language as well that you've heard Finks chant once or twice. This one is going to see Azoth. Yes, and we'll run up to you and bring down a club. Pull in my goblin over here. As they swing at you with a, this one has a dagger that looks a little rusted and dirty, Azoth. It comes swinging at your throat. That'll be a 22 to hit.
Yep.
Dagger of tetanus.
And it does 7 points of damage as it cuts into your shoulder and cuts out. You see it sniffs up here. You smell like human, but you're elf. Do you have a human? And at that you hear, human? Where? As the giant behind it lumbers at the same direction and begins swinging down a large club at you to smash Azoth. That
Real
is
quick, if that's the other giant that consumed it, if it is possible and the cinnamon stick does take effect, he is at half strength.
Okay.
Just throwing that out there.
I see this. This is a 19 to hit Azoth.
Yep.
Okay. And that does 3d8.
Would I be able to cast a spell while
Unless-
he's swinging?
Is it a reaction to cast?
I'm not sure because it's Featherfall. I don't know if that would work on it to make it.
Oh, that I would specifically, yeah, you're looking to cast a movement like slow. Featherfall is if a creature is falling. Specifically.
Yeah, I didn't know if it would work the same way for a club going down.
No, not the way the magic works. But Azoth, you take 20 points of bludgeoning damage as a giant club smashes into your chest as you're laying kind of like blended on the rocks. You're like, oh! You hear a crunch as your chest kind of starts to cave in. Eat good tonight. Hungry again. And that is a 26 to hit the second smash. $12 points of bludgeoning damage as there's a smash again with the second slam as you feel the club has these large spikes around it that push into your body. As you hear the snapping of bone, and as this large giant leans into you, you smell this putrid, rotting flesh smell just come out of his mouth, and it is sickening to be around.
I don't notice. I said I don't notice because I'm knocked out, so.
Okay. Fair enough. Up next is Rockadoodle. What are you doing?
Well, I'm underneath the. I'm underneath that little tarp there. That giant just swung. How far is everybody in that little circle right there?
Right here?
Correct.
I mean, they're roughly 20 feet to over here, but you can get everyone in right here within within a 15 to 20 feet. Finks is right here though. So just be careful you're casting something near him. Remus, you're gonna be up on deck.
How far is that other giant over there? And that goblin that is to the wing of me.
10 feet away? Sorry, 15 feet away? 20 feet away.
Is it possible to use Thunder Step to grab Mr. getting smashed over there and get him out of harm's way?
I'm dead.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, you can still easily
grab me, but
you can still grab him and cast Thunder Step. You wish to do that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Cast Thunder Step. Thunder Step. Thunder Step. All right, real quick. What's Thunder Step do? Real quick.
Let's go back to where was it? Where was that?
It's okay.
Apologies.
You're okay. Just I'm just pulling up the character sheet right now for you because you have a bunch of wizard spells.
Where was it? I thought it was in here. Did I read the wrong one? I hope I didn't.
Don't know offhand. Hold on.
I found it. It's in Xanthar's.
Xanthars, that's why.
All right. You teleport to an unoccupied space you can see within range. Immediately after you disappear, a thunderous boom sounds. Each creature within 10 feet of the space that you left must make a Constitution save or take 3d10 thunder damage on a failed save. Half as much unsuccessful.
I don't believe you have it though.
Oh no, I'm looking at Thunder Wave. My apologies.
Oh. I mean, you can still cast.
I thought it was in there. I'm sorry.
Nope. It's Thunder Wave. Different spell. But you cast a Thunder Wave, you cast in a different spell.
I'll do. You know what? I'll just do a magic missile.
Okay.
Maybe.
What level? What level magic missile are you doing, and into which one?
We'll do magic missile.
You have up to 7 charges on the wand.
I'll do 3.
Okay. Roll 3 d4s plus 1.
Okay.
Oh no, it'd be each. Yeah, 3d4 plus 1. And
3,
which one are you shooting it at?
I will do it at the leader.
This one, or the large one still,
Or the
goblin?
That guy, the goblin.
Okay. Roll some damage at him.
Okay, I got a 2 on the one, 4 on the other, and 3 on the other. And so you said there was +1 each, right?
Yes. No, it's just so roll the dice. We'll add them up. So 2, 4, 3, 6.
Yeah.
13 plus 14 damage.
Okay.
So
Does that make me still concealed or not?
no, as you raise your hand, there's a rifling of beams of light that shoot out from your side pocket where you're gripping the wand as this goblin is knocked off his feet and knocked prone as he's looking mangled and hurt, pockmarked by these blasting of light of force lights that he looks like he was sucker punched heavily a whole bunch of times, Finks. And he looks like he's as he's trying to cough, you see blood spitting up out of his throat. Do you wish to get up, or are you going to try and stay laying down?
I'm good. I'm gonna get up.
You're gonna get up, use half your movement. You'd have 15 feet of movement still.
Who allied is near me?
Finks is behind the bone. You see a barrel, and looking into clear water, you see this cloaked-looking figure of Howard.
Can I jump in the water?
Jump in the water. You splash into the water. All right. That's your turn.
Sounds good.
Okay. You see the
Squishy splash.
The goblin over here, Veek. All right, and she launches a firebolt at Finks, and a 9 does not hit. As a firebolt comes raging past over your mushroom-capped head, you could smell a little bit of a burning singe from the flame itself. Yeah. She's scattering around, looking around, trying to appear and look over, see what is being smashed into the ground. It is Remus's turn. What are you doing? You have a giant behind you and a goblin behind you that are not paying much attention to the barrel right now. Azoth and Finks, you're going to be on deck.
Giant and small person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm going to pop out of the barrel.
Okay.
I'm going to sneak attack the goblin.
Okay. Sneak attack the goblin.
So 19.
That hits.
All right. I'm doing this with my rapier.
Okay.
So I'll get that. Hopefully beat him down. Oh wow. So that goblin just got hit with
Oh no.
25 damage.
Yeah, how you want to finish her off?
I am the murderous barrel. I literally will pop the lid open, just slice, and then I'm going to, because I know I'm still in the giant's range, I'm going to bonus action disengage and go use my movement to go towards like the pond that Howard and Rockadoodle are in.
Okay.
Maybe one more square away from the pond to the perfect.
Okay. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Let me see if I can move this in up a little bit closer.
I'm sorry, strange goblin. I didn't know, but you were not friendly.
All right, that's a good turn. It is now gonna cross her off. Dang, wow. It is one. Let's say it is his turn, as he is going to. I don't know. We had 1, 2, 3. It is this one's turn. As we'll say, she runs up to the body over here and begins just straight up just looking and sifting through your body, Azoth, not even waiting. Just very greedily looking over and begins to kind of look inside your pockets. And she's just going to straight up use her turn, because seeing your body smashed, assuming you're dead, She rolled low too. Azoth and Finks. Azoth, I need you to roll a death save for me.
On you, bud. Don't tell me.
Oh, we're doing one of these.
Yeah.
Spicy.
Ugh.
Azoth.
I already don't like it.
There's a. You start to cough. As you rolled a nat 20 on that, so you come back with 1 hit point.
Oh,
turn.
the best choice.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Good.
Real.
Oh, holy shit.
Wow. Okay, Finks, your turn.
Okay, so the one Remus just took out was the caster, correct?
Yes, the light
So-
is still in the space.
Okay, the light is still there.
notice.
Okay.
The staff
Okay.
is just still glowing persistently, stuck into the ground.
Okay. So what did the bone do? Did that actually fear at all?
Oh, I didn't roll that. Hold on. He looks to be fearful on his next throw. The bone's presence taking in. He looks to be slightly afraid to go forward of it, looking at it like, where'd you get this?
Finks is gonna on the duplicate cast spiritual guardians and put
Okay.
up the the usual fanfare of all the Grim Moon goblins. So everything in the radius that starts their turn there is going to take damage half speed. And I'm just going to have them say, "This is not a trick. I am the moon, and I am a vengeful spirit. Run." And I'll end my turn there.
Make an intimidation check. As Rockadoodle, you see out of the corner of your eye, looking above the water, there are these little toy soldier-sized goblins chanting in this ghostly image that's walking in a circular motion around the false goblin Finks that has been speaking and was being swung at.
12 for intimidation.
Okay, we'll see where that lands. Up next is this one right here. Seeing Rockadoodle jump into it, dives in after the water, and is going to make an attack at you.
Or he
With
does that.
disadvantage. He's got to roll.
He's got to roll his wisdom save.
Oh,
14.
14 is right on, so he is good. And he's take half damage.
Okay, take the hack damage.
So 14, and then half of that 7,
oh, okay. That.
and then half movement speed.
So he gets just in the water then with his movement speed. And he's going to splash in, and as he pulls out a sword, Howard, you see this black smoke rise off of it, and it starts to seep out this blood, and he swings it savagely. As he swings with an attack recklessly. Oh, that is a 17 to hit. He saw the wings. He's going to come after Rockadoodle first. Believe that just hit your AC of a 16. And he does with damage 2 points of slashing damage as you feel this sharp, serrated black, longer machete-looking gnarly sword just hack and cleave into your arm, scraping you.
Ah, what are you doing there? It's not nice.
Attacks against him have advantage on the melee attacks on him have advantage on the next turn. Howard, your turn. You're in the pool of water. You saw this goblin jump in. He's covered in this blue-looking set of armored scales that he's swinging this blackened-looking machete and length sword that has this serrated edge to it that's seeping this dark, misty, black-red pool that's seeping off of it as the water is clouding by it. What you
Okay.
doing?
Howard's gonna get out of the water if he can behind that tree.
Okay, you're gonna take a reaction swipe
That's
as
fine.
he sees movement. Use advantage a second time, and he's going to hit you with an 18.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. And that's going to do 4 points of slashing damage as you feel one of the part of the blade slide up into part of your rib cage and cut into your body and rake out. You feel this tearing feel as it pulls out of your side of your body.
Mhm.
You pull yourself out of the pool of water. You see Azoth sitting up to your left, towered over by a large giant over here, as well as the massive goblins. What are you doing?
All right, so he sees the giant and he knows that's going to be trouble. So he's going to reach out, put his hands up, and start whispering and cast Dissonant Whispers, and tendrils of whispers reach towards the giant. And he's going to say to him, where to go? Hold on a minute, because I have a whole chart. I look up at the moon and it looks really beautiful. Then I look at you and, well, I think I'll just look at the moon again. And he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
His wisdom saving throw is a 13.
He had to make a 15, so he fails.
All right. So what's going on?
So on a fail, he takes 5d6 damage, and then he has to spend his action or turn to run away.
5d6?
5d6.
Roll some
At third
damage
level,
for me.
yeah. So
Roll some damage.
4, 6, 15 points of damage. Psychic damage, I believe.
Not bad. Okay.
And he has to spend his turn running away.
Takes 15 points. He's down. Okay, he'll be ready to move on his turn. All right, fair enough. You see the other goblin over here now notices you, Finks, comes running up over and pulls out a sword and is going to swipe it at you.
Wisdom save.
Please. Oh, thank you. That is a fail. Roll some damage.
All right. 9 damage.
Okay. It's going to hit you with a 23.
Yes. Later, guys.
It is a 6 damage.
All right, I'm out.
Really?
I only had 3.
Okay, Finks, you drop down. Howard, you see this happen to your right. Very obviously, you see that. Okay, cool. That's good. With that, the spirit guardians fall as well as the duplicate. The top of the round goes to Lackbore. Where is Tiny One? So he's going to run up here, make a perception check with disadvantage because he's not the best. Look around and see Howard, you standing, is going to run at you and is going to attack you. Swinging his little hammer now that's more proportionate to his body, swings it up at you with a stone club strung in between his two branches. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Hits. It's going to roll damage. That's 3d8. Sorry. Yeah. 3, then I minus a d4. So he does 13 points of bludgeoning damage to you.
Okay.
As this looks almost like a size of a human to a Goliath in size, as he swings this hammer to you. Whack! Whack! So he brings a second strike over. And that is a 27 to hit.
I'm going to use Entropic Ward on him, so he has to
Okay.
roll at disadvantage.
Okay. Then that would be a 17 to hit.
No, fuck, it still hits. Okay.
Okay. And that will be a 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
She get beat with the club. Ha ha! You do smell like human. I will eat a lot of human today. I will get bigger and fatter soon enough. And it is now Bulb's turn. Goes, what happened? As he tries to get up, take his look, get the look around, sees you, Remus, runs after you, and comes swinging a mace. And that is a 19 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. And that, ooh, it's a 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you get, or sorry, slashing damage as you, no, it'd be bludgeoning. So you get smashed in the side of the face by a big mace, just whack. As there's a, you feel part of your cheekbone crunch in, you're like, oh. That's the last time you play tricks on us. It is now this one's turn. Is going to take another swipe at you, Azoth. That one misses for an 11. The second one is going to try and make an attack at you, Azoth, and that's going to miss for a 12. It's now this one's turn as this giant begins running off using its full movement to move off camera 40 feet. Well, no, wait, all of its movement, so 80 feet. Okay. Rockadoodle, you're up.
I am going to cast blindness, deafness on other giant, tiny giant.
Okay. Real quick, how many concentration spells? Let me see if you can do that. Enlarge. Oh man. All right, that is a concentration. You said you want to cast blindness.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just make sure that's not a concentration spell, or else he's gonna grow in size again. And that is not a concentration spell. Just makes it makes a Constitution saving throw. And what's he have to save against?
The blindness, the blindness.
Yes. What is your? Oh, I have that on my hand. Your DC Constitution. He shrugs off the blindness as you see him start to cover his eyes as he shakes it off and looks around at who else could be casting the magic. Your head's just poking out of the water.
Who was who had the 1 hit point?
This one is not looking good.
For us.
Oh, for us, Azoth over here.
Don't worry about me. I'm good. Don't worry about me.
I think the only thing I can do is scurry back.
Technically, you can fly as well.
Well,
If you have-
shit.
If you have small, faint wings that don't allow you to fly long,
if I can get up into the tree.
I'll allow it with your flight.
Yeah.
I'll allow you to fly up in the tree. We'll make it work.
That might work.
You're in the tree. You're in the tree. Okay, cool. It is now.
We have to run and do things another day in birdseed.
All right. The next one's turn is done. Remus, you're up. What's up?
I'm disengaging whatever this leader guy's name is. I'm
Bonus
gonna go,
action.
Yep,
out.
I'm gonna flank the one that's at Azoth, so I'm just going like 20 feet to my perspective, right? I'm gonna flank him, so I'm gonna get behind him. I'm gonna make a sandwich. I'm gonna attack him with my rapier.
Ah.
That's gonna be a 17.
Yeah, that hits. That hits.
Oh, he's gonna get beat down.
Oh no.
No one touches my friend. That's gonna be 22 damage.
Yeah, I mean, what are you trying to do to him? How are you trying to finish him off?
I'm splitting him in twain.
Left him in twain.
As you're sitting up, just breathing, you see Rebus run up behind you, run up behind the goblin in front of you that shanked you the first time, and just bring down the rapier, just slice him in half as he splits down the middle.
And then I'm gonna go, if I can, to the space between the other or next to Azoth and like by the other goblin.
You just
I'm
get
just
between.
I'm gonna look at him real menacingly and say, "You should probably run."
Make an intimidation check with advantage
I
as
don't
you
even
just
know if
split
I
his
do
friend
these
in
usually.
hand.
I split you in twain. 14.
Did you threaten him? He goes, maybe you should run. Not scared enough to run as he's kind of holding on to his sword, but you see him starting to shake a little. That like, okay.
I can't wait
Like,
to see
not
what
running
happens. That's the end of my turn, but I'm so excited to see who he
Ah!
tries to attack.
You see the one of the next goblins that is jumped in, comes out of the water and looks over at Howard, runs over to him and diving at him from the one giant that is shrunken down. He comes at her to you with the rusty looking serrated sword again. Ah! This time hits with an 11.
Misses.
Misses. That's his turn. He's like, jumps in the water as a reaction. He jumps away from you, so if you want, you do get a reaction attack.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Go for it.
All right. It is 22.
That hits.
All right. Hold on. Quarterstaff.
Is you just out of the course, kind of
Yeah, with the
smack him
quarterstaff.
as he jumps in.
Ooh, I should know this. Hold on a second.
I'm gonna say quarterstaff is probably D6.
It's a D8. It's 7. I was trying to look at the bonus to see exactly what it was.
Whack! You smack him in the head, and he looks hurt, and you see this big swelling bruise start to swell up on his chest, where on his head where you kind of whacked him. Start to have like a bit of an egg start to show, but there's a sudden splash of water as he dives into it.
Okay.
All right. Azoth and Finks. Howard, you're up on deck.
I'm going to use my bracelet of the quick change and wild shape into a saber-toothed tiger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Surprise.
And then I'm going to make a claw attack towards the goblin that's there.
Make an attack roll, yeah.
Should
Okay.
ran.
Jesus.
25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And then it's 2d6 plus 5.
Roll damage.
16.
Yeah, how you want to finish that?
I'm just going to swipe and like the comical way that you get bologna slices. I'm hoping that's what happens to this goblin, and it's just like
Deli slicer.
slices of goblin.
As you are, as you kind of cartoon style flex your claws and rake him across, you see him the small goblin just rip into multiple pieces, not cut fully through, but he is severely shredded, laying there, gurgling noises.
All right.
Remus smiles at Sabretooth Azoth and he shrugs and say, I told him so.
I just grin back toothily,
I nod.
wag my tail.
Finks, what you doing?
Wait, do I
Listen,
still
Dad.
get, do I still get
Oh.
movement?
Roll.
Oh yeah, where you going?
Who's left as far as baddies go?
Goblin in the water. What? Oh wait, you killed him. Shrunken giant. Another goblin over here. Goblin in the water, and then the giant that's booking it the opposite way. How long does that last, by the way, Howard?
Hold on.
If you haven't yet, guys, please make sure to go check out and follow both DCT Industries and Ichiban Games. Go check them out. Go show your support. Make sure you smash that like and follow button.
I use my movement. I get 40 feet of movement. I'm going to go up behind Howard.
Okay, you slink between the trees and are up behind Howard. flanking
It
him
just
from
says
behind.
one action, so but it doesn't have like a duration of like how long he has to run away or whatnot.
Just have
so-
a direction. Then it'll be
That's-
his turn. Bad.
Okay.
Okay. It is now. Let's see. This one's turn. It's gonna come over to Finks and is going to bring its slam its hammer into you. Whoosh. And does a 17 hit?
17 hits me, yes.
All right. You lose a death saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. Oh shoot! Wait. Before that happens, before you roll for that, before you lose that death save, you get to roll for a death save.
You got to roll
As it
for
is
me.
your turn. Oh, we are gonna go for this.
Oh, yeah, that's.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. You get
I'm
smashed
stressed
on your
out by
turn then.
this.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
so
say
am I.
I'm getting
So am I.
anxiety from this. Holy shit.
Okay. What happens when the cleric dies, guys?
He doesn't heal anyway.
All right. So you see him get slashed by the sword and cut, and it is now Lockboar's turn. He's going to turn around and throw the first slam into Finks for one of his first attacks. Oh, that first attack does hit with the 25. And you do lose a second saving throw. As he brings down a second sludge of a second swing of his hammer. It's much more proportionate, but it still is large to you, Finks. And as you're waving in and out of consciousness, you see the hammer come down for your head and just miss as he rolls a nat 1. Okay. He goes, "Ugh! I'll kill you. Now Volp's out. Since he's out. It's his turn. He is going to use both of his movement to run back into the encounter, and he's within 10 feet of Remus. But that's his turn because he used all of his movement to come back on his following turn for the second giant. It's now Rockadoodle's turn. Remus, you're going to be up on deck.
So I'm gonna get a little serious here. I'm gonna go and use my magic missiles to the highest power.
4
And,
charges left.
What's that?
4 charges left.
Yes. So as we were defending the moon, I'm gonna go and do this, my little special dance here. In the power of the moon, I shall punish you, and hit that giant that's tiny.
All right. Roll damage as
I got
magic
the
can
missiles.
see
power
it's
of
doing like
anime
this.
on my side.
I can see him doing like the Sailor Moon like
Oh,
thing
yeah.
going on.
As this peacock in this tree is flapping its tail and the wings and the feathers are showing, and you could all swear you see there's almost like the shapes of the moon is on his tail feathers in the moonlight, as there's these little golden lights that come shoot out from the wand. Roll damage. 4d4 plus 1.
Power Ranger style. Power of the moon.
2, 4, 1, 1.
All right, 9 points of damage, not bad. You see the giant look up at you in the tree and goes, "Birdman, we'll eat your wings."
For
Alright.
movement,
Do you wish to fly, or are you still staying in the tree?
I wish to fly diving into the water if I can make it.
You want to dive into the water? Yeah, that you can easily make it with your movement to get 20 feet over and then let go and just splash into the water. We'll say
Cannonball!
you're in the water. Very nice. It's Remus, your turn. You have a giant next to you.
So
It
he's
has
10
a
feet
reach
away?
of 10, is 10 feet away,
Got
and
it.
he has a reach of 10 feet.
Okay, I'm going to
swinging.
I'm gonna bonus action disengage and make my way to. Well, actually, I'm gonna go behind Howard to the tiny giant.
Okay. Okay. Make it over there.
I'm going to attack the tiny giant.
The tiny giant. Go a bit more of a close up on this. All right, make an attack roll. Roll your sneak
19?
attack. Yeah, that. Oh, wait. AC is. Yeah, it hits.
Right.
With sneak attack as he is flanked.
Get him.
16 damage.
Not bad.
Not bad. Not bad.
There's a. You cleave down. You see his. He look over his shoulders. I may be small, but I still can fight. I will use your sword as a toothpick as soon as I am big again.
If you get there, that's my turn.
Okay. Did we lose someone?
The map cam.
The map cam went out.
The map can went out. What?
That's the goblin's light spell wearing off.
Hold on. How the hell? The hell did the map cam go?
This map cam break brought to you by DCT Industries and Ichiban Games.
Oh,
Do you like playing games either with a controller or with some dice? All of your choices are covered between DCT Industries and Ichiban Games.
Truth.
Find what works best for you today.
okay. Hold on. We have a map cam that I got to bring back in here.
I also like that the custodian from Canon Custodian did the moonwalk right before the game started. I thought that was a great little thing.
Totally just like doing the back sweep.
Yep.
There's already been a Rule 34 canon custodian, by the way. It's been made. It's
Oh,
Damn.
no.
you don't get famous on the internet until that happens, I guess.
Rule 34 brought to you by Ichiban Games.
Oy, oy. Oh, internet.
It's the freaking phone. I think my camera overheated on the phone.
The action was so intense. That's how intense the Fabala 5 are.
Yeah.
You better update your firmware.
Boys and girls, this is where you're gonna have to use your imagination. Like Bill Cosby in his picture page. You're gonna have to.
No,
Where are we going with this?
no, we're not gonna go there, Azoth. We don't use it. We don't make Cosby jokes.
Oh, man.
I'm shutting that down right away.
Oh, man.
Gotta paint a picture page. Just
Oh, that's great.
There it is. There's our cam.
Oh, man.
There we go. Okay, so You did that, Remus. It's not bad. It is now the one in the water's turn is going to take a swipe at you, Rockadoodle, as you jumped in the water where he is.
Right.
And he is going to miss you with a 14. You see this blade come swinging at your face, and it just misses as you spin around in the water. You see this black mist bleeding from the blade as he pulls it away almost viciously, almost like how a shark attacks all savagely.
I did my little Watusi, my little water polo.
It is now Azoth and Finks.
All right. How far away is the tiny giant?
10 feet from you.
10 feet from me. And how about the... Okay. So I'm going to make a... I'm going to go forward and try and make a claw attack at it.
Okay, you get forward, make a claw attack.
25 to hit.
25 to hit, that hits.
Okay. And then 2d6 plus 5. I muted myself. 8 slashing damage.
8 slashing damage. Okay, you're starting to make a little bit of a dent into this tough, thick, leathered skinned armor that you start raking between, starting to rip open the seam that Remus has started to cut into. I mean, you're not hurting him super much, but you're starting to. It's not bad. Finks.
Finks reaches out to his deity, maybe one last time.
Is
Let's see
there
what happens.
A
So-
second saving roll.
So question for you. So when I wild shape, you know how everything kind of just gets onto me? So I'm assuming like all of my gear is still kind of there. Is
Yes.
there any way that like I could have shook my hip and one of my healing salve patches that the dude had given me back at the swamp tree, like kind of falls on Finks's face and just,
Roll a d. Roll. You know what? Roll the percentile dice for me. Roll a
Which one?
d100. Roll either if you have the hard dice, roll the dice, or roll a d100.
I was gonna say, I think you might have skipped over Howard because I haven't gone yet.
I'm gonna roll a D100. No, there's no D100.
Howard is after, I think.
So which one?
Howard's
what-
after Finks, but
Yeah.
it
Wait,
went
I'm gonna roll the hard
from-
die?
Anybody needs.
Do we do
I
one
did a
round?
reaction,
Oh,
but that was it.
you did a reaction. Okay, I'm
That
gonna
was
give you
it.
2 then.
Double
Okay.
turn,
I'll give you a double turn on this one.
charging up.
What hard
Yeah.
die am I rolling?
Ah,
If you're rolling the hard die, roll a d10 twice. And tell me what you roll for the first one as that takes the 10 place.
A 0
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Another 0.
and a 2.
Nope.
Okay.
fine.
That's all.
All good.
Continue.
All good. Finks. Another death save. You succeed. So you're at 2.
Okay, 2 and 2.
2 wins. You're at 2 wins. This is now. This one's turn is going to make a run over to the tiger and make an attack with you for 17 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. It's going to be a 7 points of slashing damage
Okie dokie.
as it's we'll train you into being our pet. Isn't that right, Lockmore? It's now Howard's turn.
Okay, so is that goblin still by Finks or no?
It's the one over here that's in between Finks and where Azoth is.
All right,
You all
so
are kind of cluttered in. So there's a tree still here. I'm just moving it for camera's sake.
okay, that's fine. I'm gonna start booking it towards that goblin, and I'm gonna cast Vampiric Touch.
Okay.
I'm going to basically tackle the goblin and like push him away from Finks, if I can.
Okay. Does he do you do attack roll or is it a save?
It's an attack.
Vampiric
roll.
touch.
And
Attack roll. Make an attack roll at him.
That is a natural 20.
That hits.
Yeah. So he
Roll
takes
damage on you.
3d6.
Jeez.
9 doubled, 18 points of necrotic damage, and then I gain half of that as hit points for myself as well too.
As you tackle him, you feel the cloak around you wrap over him as you grab him and hug him. And there is a moment where the cloak attempts to, you see these little pincers on the edges of it start to grip and grapple the goblin. And you see them puncture into him. And as you do, your hands grab his throat. And as you pull the life essence from him, you leave him lying motionless. As you step up, your hands are covered in blood, and you see the blood seep up your hands and into the where your nails meet, and you
Like
feel
the cuticles, nice.
up the cuticles as you feel the blood and the necrotic energy fuel you and bring you up 7 hit points.
Sweet. And then as
is
my
dead.
second turn, real quick, I'm gonna rush over and just throw a healing potion down Finks's throat.
Free action? Sure.
Oh, free action? Okay, cool.
Sure. Just
Okay. So then
Gotcha.
you're what is that? 2d4.
Did it, so I
So
didn't
eight-
have to.
8 points of 8 points of health for you, Finks.
Thank you.
thanks.
And
You get
then
up.
and then regular action, just Eldritch Blast against the mini giant.
Is so who's left? The mini giant and the big giant?
Mini giant,
Mini
big
giant,
giant,
big
and then
giant.
there's a goblin in the water that's swimming still. That's splashing with rock doodle.
Yeah.
All right, make attack roll.
All right, so 23 for the first attack, or first Eldritch Blast, and then
Okay.
20 for the second.
Both hit.
Sweet. All right, so that is 8 points of damage first one, and 12 points second. So 20 total.
Not bad. Still looking pretty hardy, guys. Still looking pretty big, yos. I will smash all of you. You are the weakest ones here. I am not the weakest link.
Goodbye.
You said it, not me. All right. It is. He's dead. Okay. Black Bar is going to look over at Rebus. Purple Man looks funny. Takes a swing at you with his first club. That one misses with a 12. And then goes and throws a second one at Azoth, which misses with a 6. He's swinging. Wait till I get big. She shouts at both of you guys.
Do we get reactions or no?
No. Just at
Okay.
the swings. He didn't move. If he moved, you would.
Can I get a reaction for my sentinel feat? Because
You technically.
because he attacks,
Yes.
but all right.
Yes, because what you do is you stop him from moving if he wishes to.
Yeah. So I got a 16.
That
I'm
hits.
sorry.
Wait,
Yeah.
16? That one just misses. As you bring
No,
your
it's
rapier-
sorry, it's a 19. I did my damage mod
That-
instead of my
then
attack
that
mod.
does hit. That does hit.
All right. I'll beat him.
Spear
for-
down the sword into his foot and yank it out, stabbing him.
for 20 damage.
Jesus. Okay.
Power of friendship.
The what? Just confused at the shouting of power of friendship, and he gets stabbed. It's now this one's turn. Magic Man put spell on me because he begins running into the charge, and he's just gonna swing 1, 2, 3, 4 on a D4, as he doesn't realize that there is a someone in the water. Oh, he's going for Remus. That is a 27 a hit.
Oh, definitely.
Can I,
Second-
can I
second one-
like
oh.
throw a spell for while he's running in, or is that not available because of
If
his-
it's it's got to be a reaction if you're gonna blow the spell.
I just wanted to double check and see if that reaction was for the shrinkage again. I don't think it is though.
Okay.
Enlarge
Both attacks are gonna. You wouldn't be able to do another one because you're currently holding it on the first.
Oh,
first giant.
that's right.
You can only hold one concentration spell,
That's right.
but you can
Sorry about
shoot other spells. All
Yeah.
good. All right, Ricky. Both of those are gonna hit you with hit Remus.
There were two now?
He brings 2 swings.
Okay.
that.
21 points with the first swing.
I'm just going to say I'm down.
13 plus, so 19 points with the second swing.
Yeah, I'm down.
Second swing comes swinging at Remus. Smash! As you all hear the snap and crack of bones as Remus's body drops down, dangling next to the water on the waterbed. It is now this one's turn. He's going to raise another sword slash at you with advantage. Ooh, that one misses and misses at you, Rockadoodle. He is mad. He is aggravated. He's going to get out of the water and try to get away from you. If you have a melee weapon, you can make a. I don't think you have a melee weapon. You could make an unarmed, just kind of punch strike to him if you wish.
Can I do the talons?
Yeah, do the talons.
Yeah, I'll do the talons.
Make an attack roll with advantage, as he did a reckless strike with you.
What's that, D4 that is?
Yes.
Yeah, D4. It's 2, and I think it gets a +2 because of what it is. I think something like that.
As he goes to get up and crawl out of the pool of water, you slice the back of his spine as you see the body stop and go limp and begin to sink into the water.
Nice.
Bubbles are coming and escaping his body as he's trying to move his hands to swim, but his legs, unmoving, drops to the bottom of the pool.
Hold him there till the bubbles stop.
Just
Tastes
waited on
great,
you.
less fill in there.
Okay, guys. Azoth, you're up. Finks. Then you. What are you doing?
So I'm going to use my movement to get out of range from the big giant, but still stay in attack range for the little giant.
Okay.
So if I need to move around behind him, and then I'm going to actually, yeah, you know what? I've got an idea here. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me pull my thing back up. So I get okay, so here's what I want to do.
Oh, shoot. Hold on.
Okay.
My bad. He didn't get to attack next. I skipped the turn because it wasn't Remus's turn. I jumped over. We'll say he went to go get out. Rockadoodle, now it's your turn.
Oh,
As you would be going after him. All good. Remus going down threw me off.
I'm
As this is
going
cluster
to
of
use
attacks.
the power of friendship for one more time.
You burst out of the water.
In the name of the moon, I'll punish you again. You're a jerk and you don't like my pizza. So, okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Do the magic missiles to the big moron who's charging at everybody.
You casting it as a spell, or you're out of charges? A magic missile.
Casting a spell.
Casting it as a spell. You can cast it up to 3rd level,
Will do.
which will be. Let's see, magic missile. Let's see, be 3d4.
2.
I'm sorry. Correction. 6d4.
Okay, so it was 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, and 4.
17 plus 1, 18 points of damage. At this one standing? Or are you going for this?
Yep,
for the big
yeah, the one that was standing.
So as you punch out, you see all these little bolts of energy as he's as he starts to sway, and you see him begin to fall forward and drop over, missing Remus's body and dropping right face first into the water. Rockadoodle, you see this giant's head just come falling at you. You quickly push back as the head slams into the water, motionless. You all now see this up close. There's multiples of slashing cuts on along its back as it is severely hurt from a previous fight. Looking over at the other one now, you all notice that this one is a lot more hurt than it previously was thought to have been as well. But that one, just to get off the map, is face dunked in the water.
Can I sit on his head?
Is it dead?
Movement? Oh yeah, you go to get up on its head, you push it in, expecting a movement, and there is nothing. And you just plop yourself on, stretching your wings, and your feathers are so full fan behind you.
Nice.
It is now Azoth's turn.
All right. So we've only got the little giant left, right?
Just a little giant.
All right. So I'm going to I'm going to try something here. I'm going to back up to give myself some running range. So we'll do half my movement to go back, and then enough to give a charge forward. And
He swings at you as you back away, missing.
Does an 18 hit?
As you go running and leap at him, a 18 does barely just hit.
Okay. So can you
Colliding into him.
Can you please roll for a DC 14 strength saving throw?
Fails that with disadvantage.
Okay, so he's knocked prone, which means I get to do a claw strike and a bite strike on him.
Make attack rolls.
All right, so let's see. My claw is 2d6 plus 5. So we'll do 2d6. 8 plus 5. That's 13. And then I get, hold on, 1d10 plus 5. So 15, 18, 23.
He's looking rough. As you're tearing into him, ripping open his insides, you see him start to spit and try to swing at you. He's having a hard time as you ripped him open from his gut. He smells like rotted meat. You all smell this putrid gut smell and stomach acid just kind of wafting from his body as he's swinging his arms around recklessly. He's looking very hurt, guys. Probably could do for a good healing spell.
Don't heal him.
Thanks, you're up next.
I'll heal the giant. Can I like so if he's prone, can I get by him without triggering attack of opportunity to get to Remus?
I'll allow it, yeah.
Okay. And then I just want
Especially
to do
because Azoth's
wounds.
essentially all over on top of him, tearing into him.
yeah, like I can use my disengaged action if I need to.
You get over to him, heal him.
But Remus, you heal for 5 damage.
Remus, you're awake, not dead. Okay.
I feel fine.
Howard, you're up.
Howard's gonna walk up to him, the mini giant, and like kind of pull up his head by his hair so he's like face right in his face, and he's gonna say to him, "You should have listened to the moon." And I'm gonna use the last of my vampiric touch and attack him with that with a 22.
That hits.
Okay.
That hits.
Mm-hmm. All that ails 3, 6. 14 points of damage.
Okay.
It's necrotic damage. That's it. That's all I got.
And as you grab into his face, you see your hands dig into his eyes, and as you bowling ball it, you pierce through, and you feel a crunch and a snap, and there's a popping noise. and then you let go of his head. And as you see the blood seep up into your hand, to your cuticles, you feel healed more. You look at the lifeless body laying down. You guys, one encounter.
And I
We go back
go
to bed now.
to the leader goblin that I was speaking with previous, his body,
Okay.
and I'm gonna heal him. But before I do that, I'm gonna take the dragon claw and carve the crescent moon into his forehead and kind of like heal over it to scar it and bring him back up to 1 if I can.
You go over to the scarred body and see that it has been too late, unfortunately. But there is a patched mark that has been scarred, and there's almost a contorted face on him as you heal over him.
Interesting. All right, well, I'll just take his head and put it on a pike then. Whatever.
Okay. And with that, guys,
Can I go to his body and write something on it too with my
I love the
talons?
alternate. Yeah.
yeah. So what do you
Oh,
want to go?
shit.
What do you wish to go right on him?
Oops. That's it.
And with that, guys, we'll end tonight's session with the relaxation and hopefully you all being able to finish a long rest. Rockadoodle, you see everyone starting to just kind of take a breather. Marcy, finally seeing that combat has ended, breaks her dead slumber, flaps her wings slightly, singling it like a let's go motion. She's sick of this and begins trotting off without you, expecting you to follow her.
Get back here, you dirty woman.
You dirty bird.
Dirty bird lady.
And as you go running off after her, you all see your new friend, Rockadoodle, venture off into the desert.
And
Maybe.
I drop a few potions accidentally as I run in in clamor.
His potions are dropping. Who knows what will happen? But when we return next week, you all will be leveled up.
Well, we don't.
Congratulations, you all.
we don't keep
Y'all worked hard
friends.
for it. But everyone, thank you so much for tuning in, viewing in. It's been a heck of a viewership for tonight. We went through a bit of an encounter, a few technical delays that you all powered through with us. I greatly appreciate it. I've been your Dungeon Master, Anthony Mullen. Thank you so much. Please, if you haven't yet, check out our great sponsor, Jeff at DCT Industries, over on Facebook and Instagram. Make sure you hit the follow and like button, as more images from Kaimon will be on their way, as well as some reviews from me personally getting to play it. I am looking forward to it. It'll be very excited. I will be very excited to do so and be able to brag to you all about how cool it is and how fun. If you haven't yet, please make sure to head on over to our Instagram and our Facebook. We now have a link tree to hit up all of our links. So please just head on over to Linktree, hit follow, and start subscribing and liking between everything. Greatly appreciate it. If you want to help us out, we also have a link to our Teespring from the Linktree. So check that out. You'll be able to support us, pick up some merch. Greatly appreciate it. Rock your Fabala 5 swag. I'm going to give it over to and let our good friend Mark and guest let them know where they can find you at and where they can pick up a copy of Peacock Block or get the download for Canon Custodian.
You can get it over at www.ichibangamesofficial.com. That's spelled ICHIBANGAMES official.com.
So please head on over to ichibangamesofficial.com. Check out the games, show the sport, and thank you, Mark, so much for coming on and talking about it, showing us a little bit of gameplay from Canada Custodian, as well as joining the party with Rockadoodle. It has
Thank you
been
for having me. It was so fun. It was awesome.
dude. D&D is always a great way to end the week, I feel. And one of my favorite times, one of my favorite parts of the sessions is to pass it over to the players. So, Danny, let everyone know where they can follow Howard and check you out.
Yeah, you can follow Howard on Twitter at podcastersh. If you want to follow some of my doodles, I like to draw sometimes. You can check out Facebook and Instagram, Ratfink Arts. That's RATPHINC Arts. Other than that, go tell a friend, go subscribe, go hit the follow button on Twitch. Go tell your friend to go hit the follow button on Twitch. Every follower that we can get helps us grow better. So thank you.
Okay. Finks.
All right. If you guys want to follow Finks on Twitter, twitter.com/podcastersfinks, you can learn how to steal chariot wheels or, whatever else that's interesting and relevant to that session. If you want to follow me personally, I do some miniature painting on Instagram at Phoenix Forged.
All right. You should go check them out, show the support, follow our players. Azoth,
Hey,
you're
you
next.
can follow Azoth on Twitter at Podcasters Azoth for the rumblings that goes on in his twisted little head. Or you can follow me on the internets at the Mark716.
Go check them, follow them out. Remus.
I'm Remus. You can follow Remus at Podcasters Remus on Twitter. He'll tweet something probably this week that won't make sense till you watch the episode, or you have watched the episode and it'll make sense kind of. You can follow me at Rick_Coach on Twitter, Instagram, or all that fun stuff. And I have no exciting announcements as of yet, but hopefully soon things are opening up. So I hope all of us will have exciting things in the coming months to come.
Mm-hmm. Well, very excited to hear, see how we all move forward. And I look forward to eventually playing an in-game, as I shall be fully vaccinated as of tomorrow. Danny, we're gonna have to call in, obviously, still, but
Yeah, that's cool.
we're gonna figure it out. But till then, everyone, thank you. Please make sure that you catch us next week, because we'll go live on our Twitch and Facebook and YouTube as well. And until then, guys, please grab those D20s and keep rolling. I love this dice. This is a great dice.